to Shadows of the Last War, episode 13. Yeah, we are in 13. How are we doing tonight?
Lucky 13.
Yeah, how are we doing tonight, players? What's going on, guys? How are you feeling?
Pretty
Actually,
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oddly doing all right.
I know usually Maggie's like pain
Yeah,
and
I'm usually
suffering.
Mondays are always the worst usually. It's like everything
Mondays-
decides to just happen and you're just like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Mondays-
happy to
I
see
mean,
some
Cobalt's got a
familiar
red
faces.
sippy cup, so we know how that day's going.
Good.
Party!
I'm feeling better.
I've got my sippy cup.
What is in that?
Got
Espresso?
water.
It is a shot of espresso, yes.
Nice.
Cafe Bustelo, the good shit.
Oh yeah, because you stay up like all night to stream later too.
I'm trying to separate my identity from that fact, but we'll get there someday.
One day. We
I'm like, I don't know if I could do an espresso shot at 9 p.m.
Trust me, I need something to get into Anju's head right now. I'm very happy to see some familiar faces and doing something that's easy and fun. Well, easy.
I feel you.
I guess that's up to Bub.
That is not even remotely up to me. It's kind of up to you guys, and we should probably talk about that just to see how easy tonight's going to look. So does anybody want to kind of lean into our recap of episode 12?
It starts off with Sera, so
Yes. It does. It started with Sera confronting this individual.
Yeah.
Who we later learn his name as he provides it, but he did not provide it upon our first meeting. He tried to get all sorts of information out of Sera, but he was providing no details. But he essentially
he kind of did little things, like he gave away that he can shapeshift.
Yeah, he can do all the same
You're
things that
welcome.
any House Fjarlan freaking assassin can do. And he's trying to find out more about the House Fjarlan assassin that I know that goes by the pseudonym of Hal, and wants to know who this Hal is, and I am not going to tell him. And that's kind of where the conversation went. No info. I didn't, take my new blade and stab him or anything like that.
We're all sad about that.
Yes. But we must resist the temptations of this world and continue on our
that's
path
rich
of
coming from
righteousness.
you.
I think someone should just sub like all 5 re-rolls to make Sera stab him.
No.
Damn! Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Stabbed herself though.
Yeah.
She did.
Just
So
start
so much
She
for
did. She cut
resisting those
herself.
temptations.
I did. I was doing a little experiment to see
How'd that go?
what that did. And I learned that essentially when I do draw blood, I get the option to choose from many of the different senses. And if I roll a 6, I think I get to pick, which is nice. But like sight, smell, feel, touch, all those things. And so when I experimented, I rolled and got smell, and I smelt like delicacies of
I thought it was taste.
or it was taste. It was
It was
taste.
taste, yes.
It was the he was enjoying a meal. To which
Fresh bread,
I inferred that
doughy
it's probably
deliciousness that was warm.
Sarah's
Bub described it and made me hungry.
inferral from that was that he's probably back home enjoying the pleasures
With another lady, and she's making him some delicious bread.
all right.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa. Okay. All
Everybody
right.
just calm down.
Yeah.
Little tense, but hey, we can't rule it out. It could be on the table to be determined. All right.
Yeah.
So you met Cohen. He
Yeah.
did explain some things or answer a few questions without directly saying as such. And Cohen has expressed an interest in Hal. Why has he expressed an interest in Hal?
He didn't really make that very clear.
He said so
Oh,
he
yeah,
could
he did.
snitch on him and get promoted.
Yeah, he's
But
hoping that
that's
he's
my-
his superior.
My assumption is that I don't think he specifically said that. But I think
He
our
did.
assumption is that he wants to get Hal in trouble
I
because
think he told one of us.
He told
maybe
us.
maybe
Yeah,
he
he
did.
said
Yeah.
he said that if he's his superior, then he can rat on him for being impure or whatever, and then hopefully take his. He's just trying to climb the ladder, basically.
Yeah, and he said it's like a shitty life, but like the higher the ladder, the easier it gets for you, and everybody's selfish, so I have to be selfish too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But he was like emo about it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little dramatic.
Well, don't snitch then. Don't be a snitch.
I mean, we're all pretty good at
We'll
that.
talk
so
to him
far,
about it.
weirdly
Yeah.
enough. We can't keep our mouths shut normally. We
That's
can't
I
lie
know.
to each other
Yeah.
to save our lives.
I
but
know.
That,
And Sera did try to warn the rest of the group about this individual and was like, look, he could be anybody and he's around. So keep your eyes out. And we were talking in a private room, the cabin, and he was still listening in as he left a note that he, the walls are thin or whatever. So, and then he was like,
that said, "You're dumb, LOL."
and then he was peeping. He was peeping all night, he was.
Well, he told Scout. Well, Scout was watching over Sera. Basically, Scout has not left Sera's side. And Scout was watching over them. And this person was like talking, like using message to speak to Scout and ask Scout a bunch of questions. But Scout was told, we all agreed as a party that we would not talk to anyone other than our party members. So Scout was following the rule that
Scout took
no
that
one
literally.
else followed. And
I
so
did
Scout
not
didn't
agree to that.
respond. But
We did all right.
Cohen had kind of said some things to Scout that made Scout think that there's probably some kind of secret entrance in that room that they're in. And so in the morning, Scout scouted
yeah.
and found underneath the bed that there was like a loose floorboard, and that's where he had been peeping Tomming. Peeping
Well,
Cohen.
Little
Peep Tommy.
Little creeper peepers.
little creeper listening in. And
Okay. So
Who knows
mean-
what he was doing down there?
he had, it's arguable to say at this point that he is somewhat of a talented assassin. He has informed you of his position inside of the hierarchy of assassins and how they sort of shift up rank. Maybe it's a bit of a game that they play, because part of being an assassin is to not have yourself discovered. And arguably, like, Hal is sort of, he let the cat out of the bag, guys. Like, he made himself really, well, I mean, I guess maybe he didn't let himself be known as much as you guys kind of dug into his personal belongings. Way back in Forgotten Forge, season 1. With his stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we looked in there.
yeah.
Because some people were sus about Hal and they were worried about Sera.
Yeah.
Rightfully
Which-
so.
It's
I
valid.
think so. Yeah. I think that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what else did occur? What did you guys discover?
Sera had like a nightmare.
I did dream that Hal was not being honest. That's what I wrote in my notes. So that's what I interpreted from the dream.
Sure.
A seed of doubt.
A seed of rage.
Yeah. We also have a secret handshake that's pulling the arrow back.
I think he knows the secret handshake.
Oh, fuck, he does.
Luckily,
It was a cool handshake idea.
It's pretty good.
Help-
I mean, I think it's
help
still
Can't
We
standing.
could
use
use
those
it for the future for other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
You guys really
Let's
spent
see.
you spent a lot of time in the session doing downtime actions.
Yeah.
Additionally, there was a significant amount of time sort of figuring out Cohen and his motivations. And I know each of
Yeah.
you sort of have your own opinions of Cohen, right? I really do think each of you have your own real opinions. I don't think Anju has a very high opinion of Cohen, but I still think Cain might have seen him as a bit more advantageous. Scout may see him as a leak of information. Sera sees him as a thorn in the side. And Ivan learned quite a bit about his own background from Cohen last episode. What did Ivan learn? What can you recall that Cohen dropped for you?
He knows a lot of shit about my dad.
Yeah, he
And
does. He knows
you're-
quite a bit.
your mom is not your real mom, but your dad's wife
Mhm.
is like keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, it's her that's keeping tabs on me, and maybe not him. She wants to know if I'm dead so that she can take
She's worried
my
about you, like,
inheritance.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So why would your stepmother be worried about your inheritance when elves are generally pretty timeless?
Because I'm half elf.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But inheritance means that someone would have to die to leave you something.
Mm. Oh, she gonna kill him?
Okay. All
Pops,
right.
pops going down.
All right. So, do you have any idea how many siblings you think you have? Or is it just kind of like a guess? You know that you have some siblings, but we haven't really discussed it.
I don't even know what my fucking wealth is. I just know it's boundless, virtually infinite.
Sure.
Like a Genghis Khan situation.
Well, I don't think it's that many children, but there's probably a
More
few.
like a Nick Cannon then.
Ooh.
That's Anju's family. They have a litter. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. I like that Ben like thought about it for a moment. It's like,
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So, I mean, that's something to ponder, right? Like you found out that your stepmom she's got the deets on you, keeping information, still funneling money into your life. So there's a lot to be determined there. But he thumbed you as the bastard of Richard Freely because you have made it into a dossier at House either Fjarland or Thorani. Whatever it may be, you're known. I don't think you took that information specifically well. I think it just added to the complexity of layers of Ivan's emotional standpoint in the world, and how he may feel, but it was probably both a blessing and a curse, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but was there an interpretation there that maybe your father didn't even care at all?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that probably made some things a little difficult. So, worth navigating, but am I misremembering, or did he ask, what are you going to do when you meet him?
When I meet my dad?
Yeah.
I don't know if he asked that, but I mean, I can...
Well, I'd like to know. What
is it?
What does Ivan do?
Like, I'm met face to face with him?
Yes.
I mean, at this exact moment, I would take a swing at him. But I'm in a more calm emotional state. I don't know. Take a swing at him?
Okay.
Why do you want to take a swing at him, though?
He's a terrible father.
He's not been a very good dad. Yeah.
He hated me because I'm a half elf. I'm not pure.
Yeah. Well, at least that's what you've been led to believe. But it's there on the table, and it's at some point it may happen. Maybe not this season, maybe next season, but it's on the table. What about Cain? What's cracking in Cain's world? Kooky old Cain.
You studied the Dragon Shard.
Yeah.
I watched Ivan try to murder the assassin with a knife.
Yep.
I don't know. I just chilling with Anju, really, and taking a new apprentice under my wing and
Don't call it
really nurturing him to the knowledge.
There's two things so far that I know you're forgetting, or at least you're just not mentioning yet. I think the first is you either told or you assisted in the leaking of Scout's creator to Ivan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be taking it very seriously.
I mean,
Not even chat knows yet. You guys been keeping it real hush-hush. Sera's absolutely on the outs. She has no idea.
Yeah,
I don't get a lot of one-on-one time with her.
it's true.
So I puked in her bed, and ever since then, it's just been
It's been a rocky relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, completely repairable and afforded the opportunity. I think that could go places. But I'd like to highlight another point.
He likes her better now that she's in cahoots with the demons. So
Now that I'm corrupted.
yeah.
You also discussed the potential hiring of Cohen to assassinate Scout.
No, I said never mind.
It was a thought that crossed the minds.
Sure.
And that's the concerning part.
A thought that seems to keep getting, it's a thought that seems to keep getting projected onto Anju somehow, which, that's.
Hey man,
Just keep getting lumped
I don't
into
hear
that
any other
situation.
ideas.
I mean, my main counterpoint was we're not gonna do that. That's fucked up.
Doesn't seem too logical.
And, yeah, I guess logic is not the only thing that Anju is operating on here.
Fair.
That's a shame.
I think
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
We also considered hiring him to get back at the guy who's trying to kill me, who was revealed as well.
Yeah. What's
yeah.
cracking in the world of Anju?
The betrayal.
I mean, we haven't even talked about the way that we got him to get out of shapeshifting form, because that was pretty fun. But yeah, I rolled the fucking, was it intimidation? I think it was. Is that the one that got him? I can't remember. I rolled something insane and was able to suss out that he was lying.
It was perception.
Perception.
You're the only person to pick up that he was lying.
Yeah, and then
Sense motive.
and yeah, so we got really, really lucky, and we were able to. Ivan was able to. I mean, you had him like around headlock with a knife at his throat, and he, revealed his true form to us. And
Oh, right, yeah.
you nicked him.
Ivan tried to straight up slit his throat live.
That's what I said multiple times, and then Bub was like, "No, you hit him in the collarbone."
I mean, you cut him. You definitely cut him. But he was afforded too many opportunities because of his. He has advantage in these kind of circumstances. He's sort of a close quarters combat proficient. Like, he's borderline a master. So
Yeah, plus 12 to his roll.
You can do stuff if you can roll it.
Yep. Yep. And you got him. I mean, you hit him. You hit I'm not gonna say a vital spot, but you left a mark. Not enough to really stop him, but he's not gonna forget
We
that.
still don't know what he really looks like. He turned into Ivan's dad after he was the random ship guy.
Yeah, in a single action, he
Still
cut
don't know.
through Anju's bowstring, and he pricked the thigh of Ivan. After taking that slit across the collarbone and lower throat, he pushed himself free and revealed himself to be Richard Freely. Which is a surprise, because now everybody knows what Richard Freely looks like.
That's true.
So,
Not everybody.
let's pass this. I'd
Just Anju
love,
and Cain
I'd love to know here.
and Ivan.
Could you describe in your mind's eye, Frost, what you think Ivan's dad, Richard Freely, looks like?
We've seen Spock's father in the newer movies,
I have not, but I'm gonna
or
look it
even
up.
old Spock. That's kind of what I picture him as, slow moving and well thought,
Sure.
even if his thoughts are dog shit.
Yeah. Just vintage Leonard Nimoy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe not as wrinkled. Maybe not as stern.
Yeah.
I can see that as well.
Elves
Very
do
stern.
age a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I dig it. All right. Cool. Okay. So then, yes, that's going to be an Anju and Cain piece. You guys are going to know what Richard Freely looks like. Maybe invariably a little different, but relative enough that you at least have his face down. Okay. Was there anything else that occurred? Anything that stands out, even individually?
I am surprised
What? Hit me with it.
that Anju and Ivan even believe Cain about, because he was like, I had a bolt from the gods while we were in combat that gave this information to me, and they're like, all right, bet, all right, we're not killing her though, killing Scout though. And I'm just like, oh well, thanks for believing me, I guess.
Well, see, when you telepathically sent us the message at the bottom, it said signed chat, and we were like, okay, we should just take that seriously, because they're the greatest threat of all. But yeah,
I think it's because we care about Scout.
I think
we
it
care
makes
about
sense.
scouts, so it's harder for us to like take the information versus this random guy that you've never met is actually a shape-shifting evil guy,
I think we also
which we know
We've
he
had-
can shapeshift.
we've had a few moments of Cain just giving off a trustworthy vibe out of nowhere, and I think that I think that maybe it's just a little. We've watched you lie for so many sessions, and I feel like maybe we can just intuit when you're actually being serious.
I only lie when there's self-interest involved.
Which is
Okay.
always.
Not always.
I love the little
Yeah.
giggle at the end of that. Not
Yeah,
always.
you do kind of suck at lying, so it's like, yeah, when you're telling the truth,
I
we kind of
do.
do trust you.
Yeah. it's
Versus
not-
like
God
you
we
gave us
can't lie to
fucking
each other.
cosmic knowledge about Scout. It's not that we don't believe you, it's that it's like, what the fucking shit ass,
No,
like
I am surprised y'all believe me and y'all weren't like, you're crazy. Don't listen to him.
it's so out there that it has to
We've-
be believable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
We've been
It's very
beaten
the
down.
details are very specific.
yeah.
Not everything is
For
immediately left
sure.
up to interpretation. I actually had to go back and reread what I sent you myself, so I knew exactly what it was. Yeah. Yeah, it's well, there's not really a great way to twist that bit of information. It doesn't seem positive.
Sounds scary.
It sounds a little sketch, yeah.
As a character who maybe doesn't know much about it, it's a kind of a nope situation.
Yeah. How is Sera feeling right now?
As we've established, she's in her emo era.
Okay.
No, she's just feeling pretty lost, honestly. Lost and unsure where to go. Also, sorry if you can hear the sirens, but I have my windows open and
Okay.
it's so annoying. Yeah, she's feeling just like really lost. Like she wants to get back on her good path. She's got like all of these temptations surrounding her and confusing things surrounding her. So it's going to take her some time to get out of this funk, I think. And being stuck on this airship with somebody potentially who's trying to compromise her. Yeah, so she's just like ready to get off of this damn ship.
It's incredibly hard to trust someone that is in the line of work of someone that you love that has just informed you that the person you love is operating under recitation. He's quite literally reciting.
Yes, that really bothered Sera, actually. That's what the moment when she left the room and she was so upset because he's like, yeah, all those things that he told you. Yeah, he's said those things before. And it just, it really
You
upset
weren't
her.
the only one.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you love him. Well, and making her question if it's real or not.
Important.
Is it real, chat? Is it real?
Important questions to ask.
Flashbacks to the entire party going, you can do better. Like episode 2 of this entire campaign.
Scout was the first to kind of chase you down and be by your side.
Yes.
Scout, honestly,
Scout.
for a
Scout's my
figure
buddy.
that is Warforged, you have such a strong emotional intelligence. You are quick to read when something is off with someone, and it doesn't necessarily seem like it's a lie, but it really speaks leaps and bounds about Scout's ability to adapt. As a Scout bot, you have a primary job, and it has nothing to do with what you're doing right now. What you're doing right now it's not helping the creator so far as you can see, but you're certainly developing feelings. You're looking out for Sera when she needs it most. Do you think this is kind of weird for Scout?
I don't think Scout was necessarily going after Sera for emotional reasons.
Sure.
Scout had set themselves their own. After what Sera had said in like episode 11, Scout was like, all right, well, I'm just not going to leave Sera's side because clearly something is happening. Like someone's out to get her or something. Because basically she said someone was going to attack her and kill her. Like there's an assassin basically on her. So Scout was trying to keep an eye on her. It was more so what was happening. And then the emotional talk just happened because she looked unwell or something, but it wasn't a physical unwell because Scout can like examine you and tell that you're fully 100% capable of, functions. But clearly something else is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My last question.
And then
Go
I
ahead.
think Sera shared a lot of emotional information, which I think has Scout wondering about that, which is different.
My last question.
And in regards to the job,
okay, cool.
yes, we're not quite there, but Scout does keep trying to get to the artifact. And then the other side of it is we are on the mission. It's just taking time to get there.
What does Scout's read on Cohen?
I think at first it was, this is an enemy, right? Because that is what was told to Scout.
Sure.
So Scout was looking for, this person needs to be taken in. But now after the chat with Sera and seeing him kind of like slumped over on the side of the ship, there must be something more to it.
For sure. Okay. I have nothing else to ask, unless anybody else has anything to add.
I did. Cohen told Anju that the person who's trying to assassinate him is Anju's old arch nemesis / ex best friend.
It's Mido.
Mido. Who's the reason he had to, leave his weird little criminal empire, and because it was a partnership.
Yeah.
And that's why he had to come to the city and start a new life. But we found out he was like dog folk.
Yes.
And Anju was asked why would you work with? I don't know if cats and dogs don't get along. Is that like a thing in this book? Like catfolk and dogfolk like have issues?
It's not particularly that as much as there are just some stereotypes that attribute to like the dog. Like they're not dogfolk. They're like hyena men, and they are not long form thinkers. They're not plotters. They're generally seen as like barbarous. They're hired muscle more often than not. So when you have a plotter, it's very short sighted. It's like it is. Whatever assists in ends meet sort of thing, but it's never like long form empire. They usually have other thinkers for that.
What's the actual name of the race?
No, you can just look at it's an off variety of Gnoll, Gnoll.
Oh, okay. I don't like gnolls.
Oh yeah, hyena guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We smite gnolls.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like, what? That is a valid question. Why the fuck were you working with this dude?
Well, when he asked that question, you said that he was your friend.
Because we were friends.
You were friends.
I thought we were friends.
Maybe there's more there to explore. You're gonna have some conversations. You guys did ask that, so let's dive in, and we can talk first about the things that I had asked you last week. So here we are. 7 days out from the initial turn at our adventure, where you're supposed to meet a man by the name of Phelan at the Bloody Market. Each of you are in your respective corners, the angles, the rooms that you have decided that you are going to see to your own personal endeavors. And I'd asked each of you for some downtime actions. And you came through. Some of these things are going to go off without a hitch. I'm not going to make you roll on some of this stuff because it's what you want to do. It's going to invest in your own personal growth. Over the next 7 days, Ivan is going to be practicing pretty in-depth and in detail coin tricks, not only alone, but with the aid of Charon. Maybe you've taken a liking to him. Perhaps he's just great at taking these shots from these coin tricks, as elaborate as they may be. Nobody likes getting pelted with coins, but Charon doesn't seem to mind. Metal in body, and in mind as well, he perseveres. Sera has accepted and expressed a need to help Scout. You've also accepted that you wish to explore more with the sword and run the gamut of your feelings, as difficult as they may be to navigate right now. Scout makes short work of the reinforcing the hidden entry into Sera's quarters, where she's been staying. You manage to cobble a series of nails, and you bend and crook them over several times over, so if someone wishes to go through, they're going to have to break through the nails or unbend them. You will also finish in the repairs of your body. But you have expressed an interest in speaking with Cohen. Anju.
Hi. Sorry, pet moment.
Through the variety of things that you've managed to piece together from the handy haversack, the things that Lady Eladrin Devown has provided to you, you were able to discover a replacement bowstring. And it's
Yay.
easy enough. It's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of muscle, but you're able to bend the bow down, attach the string, and you take a few practice shots. You even assist with Ivan, who expressed an interest in potentially trying to shoot the coin out of the air to practice some of your own deft skills. Keep your skills sharp, even. But you never quite lose the sight of Scout, and when you do, you know that Scout is nearest to Sera, so she's never alone. Cohen also maintains your field of periphery and attention.
I wonder why.
Cain, you will acceptably make all of the scrolls that you see fit. You expressed 3 of those already. You never quite leave the site in the compound closest to the Dragon Shard. We can still explore that. But you also wished to speak to Cohen. So first and foremost, I'm going to start from the top. In your downtime, Ivan.
Yo.
You had mentioned wanting to speak with the captain.
Yeah.
Captain Strickland. He's not exactly anyone's immediate favorite individual at the moment. Anju has professed disdain, much distaste with his character and the way that he operates. They say never meet your heroes. It's to be determined if he's ever really been a hero as much as he's just been a point of agitation. But you find him well enough. He is minding his own. Do you approach him, or do you wish to wait a while?
What do you mean? Wait. What would I wait for?
That's the question. Is there something, do you want to kind of watch him to see how he operates? I mean, there've been some questions on your mind, like how does a Warforged have this wild tattoo that allows him to command elementals? Do you just kind of spy on him, or are you forward fronting and just approach him with what?
Yeah, I mean, I just
ails
have a
you?
couple of questions, really. I mean,
Sure. Then you'll find him at the helm. He appears to be in the midst of communing with one of the dragon shards that are it's the holding shard housing component for his elemental, and he seems to be communing with it. His attention isn't down on it. It seems to be very rudimentary by design. He's done it what looks to be hundreds of times. His attention is also focused in a myriad of other places, but you see him. He nods to you.
hey, you're familiar with like the bloody market, like where we're heading, just from the sound of it, correct?
Yeah, the bloody market. Ooh, messy place. Lots of goblins.
I've been told that they would like have something for whatever I need, right? Like, is that fair to assume that if I need something?
I think they got a little bit of everything. What do you need, Ivan? What's going on with Scotch Gourd?
So you know how I change every single night, and
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
kind of a fucking pain in the
Oh
ass.
yeah, super cool. Wish I could do it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, isn't that like a mod that you could do or something? Like, I mean, if Scout can do it.
You know, I've been meaning to ask Scout about that. Good point. You're onto something there too. Yeah, I'm gonna remind me to ask Scout about that.
Yeah, it's all technology at the end of the day. No, so this is I was hoping to find some sort of way to ease the burden a little bit, both on myself, but also on any sort of compatriots that I might be along with, namely line 1, communication, right? Any way that I might be able to speak while in the animal form, because I still got my thoughts. Like, I'm still thinking and people are talking and I'm like, I'm the talking guy and I can't fucking talk.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like I've got good ideas for plans and whatnot, and sometimes I try to do something and I expect this person to do this, but then they don't do it. It would just be nice. But the second thing, if that wouldn't be like entirely possible, would be a way to retain my things. Kind of ask a lot of Scout by having them just like carry all of my shit all the time.
Yeah, that's what a pain. What a pain. Yeah. That.
No.
Right. All right. So where do I come in with this?
Where should I go? It's a big place, is it not?
It's huge. So many goblins. That's a great question. Man, if you you definitely need to gotta see the market. Whom? You know, I've got someone. I have someone.
Yeah.
No, how if they're even gonna be there.
What do you mean? Isn't that like their full-time job is to?
Well, they move. They have a card that it's an object in motion. My friend stays in motion, and she doesn't stay in one place very long.
Okay, I don't know how that makes sense for a shopkeeper, but yes, continue.
Her name's Sasha.
Sasha.
She'll be in the middle of the bloody market.
The middle. Cool. Awesome. That's thousands of vendors. I'll find her. Yeah.
Well, her tent is different. It's wide. It's a wide tent, but it's going to be fire red. And the only tent that is fire red. It'll stand out. Sore thumb.
Okay. No, I can do that. And what do you think that Sasha would have for me specifically, just so I can like go in with a little bit more of a plan?
Great question. I don't know. She's got a little bit of everything, though. She seems to have a means of discovering exactly what you may need. But she comes and goes, to and fro. You can't miss it, though. Runs a bit of a den of iniquity. The guy at the front, real horn dog.
Why do I feel like I'm about to get cursed again?
That's... Ooh, Listen. Just don't make fun of her peon in the front.
Don't make what? Her pee?
Don't make fun of her peon.
Peon.
He is the host.
What's a peon?
A courtesan? I don't know. She calls him a peon. That's all I remember.
Okay. Don't make fun of the thing that's probably obvious to make fun of. Because if you have to tell somebody not to make fun of, it's like, hey, don't make fun of your big mustache.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Whoa, hey. What is there to make fun of here, Ivan? This is class. It's
I feel like
debonair.
you hear off in the distance Anju being like, I mean, the mustache is cool. Fucking hate that guy. Mustache is pretty cool.
I'm just messing with ya.
Mustache is great. The nose leaves a little something to be desired, but the mustache really speaks to the people. You know, can't miss me in a crowd.
Exactly.
Look, in a world where we all look the same, we've got to stand out in some way.
Yeah, no, it's fire red tent. Nose on a guy that doesn't need a nose.
No, I'm. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anything else
Thank you.
that's bothering you?
Not that I can think of particularly at this moment, other than the various people that are wanting to kill me and our mission at hand of somehow getting into the Mournlands. But I don't think that's something that...
Why are people trying to kill you?
People trying to kill you?
Well, always. But I know why they
Yeah.
want to kill me. Why are they trying to kill you? You're just a kid.
I'm a kid with a rich dad.
There's lots of kids with rich dads. You think you're the first elf? Or even half-born? That has a rich father? Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's because like the whole not dying thing, isn't it?
That's why people are mad at you?
No, I was saying they're rich because of the not dying thing. That's why it's common for elves to have rich parents, because they live for so
it's
goddamn
probably
long.
massive amounts of extortion. That's how they climb to the top.
Yes. Capitalism.
Can I roll for detect racism or?
I mean, you can.
I'm trying to learn about the world here.
Sure, of course. Like, what kind of roll would you like to make?
Oh, that was absolutely a joke. But I'm just like, I want to know how much of that is like,
you know what,
true to fact. Is that true to history, or
give
is
me a knowledge
is that
local?
him?
Give me a knowledge local. I actually,
Hell yeah.
I want to see what you might be able to glean from this. It's not completely unfounded that nobility basically abuses those that are beneath them, right? Like they found the levied taxes on the poor, and they continue to express this. It's constantly like standing on the heads, right? They're giants standing on the heads of those beneath them, and that's how nobility speaks. It doesn't change in this world; it still remains the same. So yeah, he's speaking the truth. It's probably extortion, or it's a variety of levied taxes that they're abusing. Yeah, hashtag the ruling class.
Yep. I learned today. Thanks, bub.
No, man, I don't know why. No, I do know why people want to fucking kill me. It's because I get into a lot of trouble and I make a lot of bad friends with bad people, and I was like a part of maybe something that was kind of like a scam that, you know, literally spelled out scam. I don't know. Like maybe I just like get into like a lot of bad things because I have a bad father and I want to rebel and do bad things. But like either way, at the end of the day, I got people that kind of want me dead. But that's neither here nor there. That's not your problem.
Can I take a second to unpack something? Just briefly.
Sure.
I may not know your dad. I may not know your situation, and you may make bad friends. But the ones you're keeping right now, they seem pretty good. They seem alright. I'm a pretty good read on people, and yeah, I might be an absolute bastard. Yes, I may take advantage of those that are around me, but I'm a product of my environment, Ivan.
Sounds like an excuse.
Of course it is. I'm a pirate. That's what I do.
Yeah,
I make
but like
excuses.
Aren't people that know, that figure out that they're bad people, try to change and become not a bad person? If you know that you're a bad person, wouldn't you want to change, or do you like being a bad person?
I tried, Ivan. It's why I died. Turned out that dying didn't mean anything to the people I died for.
All right, that was a little deep, but that's fair. You kind of brought it up. You started this.
Of course. I have no problems talking about it, because I live again. Live. Weird terminology. But I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm doing things. Surviving. Ish.
Yeah. Controlling ships with a dragon mark on a Warforged.
That's right. I am one of a kind, baby. That's what I'm here for. But seriously, your friends. Yeah, they're weird. Yeah, they're... Okay, it's really
One of
Cain.
them
Cain's the weird.
might-
Cain is really the weird one.
Yeah. I was gonna say might also be trying to kill me.
But
'cause
the rest of them
I never know with that man.
seem pretty okay. All right, you travel with a
Yeah.
Warforged, and that already makes you a good person because, well, most everybody wants to kill us anyway. So that inherently is a positive chip on your shoulder in the culling scales of life.
Thank you so much for that. Thanks. Ivan doesn't usually get compliments, so he's like, you know, doesn't really know how to.
And you'll figure out this
process
thing
it.
with your dad. Either he's going to be a father or he's just going to be a donor. You can figure it out. It's up to you to determine, though.
A donor of what? Money?
I believe the terminology is seaman, though I'm not certain. I'm a pirate. I'm not
Why
a
is he
doctor.
gonna give me Why is he gonna give me his semen?
Oh, this is a tale for another time. That time is not now.
Okay. I just really don't know why my dad would ever. Ooh.
Good talking, Ivan. Good talking.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we figured stuff out. Thanks.
He hits you with the same nod. If there is ever a way for him to smile, he would probably smile at you. You can hear it in the way that is like his jovial nature is, but they don't have mouths that way. And he just gives you a nod. You see the mustache sort of wave because it's the way that it's hung, and remains back in commanding the vessel. Do you return back to doing coin tricks, these elaborate tricks with Eberron and Anju?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the sound of trying to fuck around with Anju and help him hit some targets while I get to figure out how to precisely aim.
Perfect.
I want to be like playing fetch with Scout, but I don't know if Scout would actually be over here. Like when he comes back from that conversation, like maybe with the arrow.
Sure,
But
off and on.
I think I just want to see it in my mind's eye.
You got it. There's probably going to be these moments intermittently where Scout will swing by, and it's instinctive nature, right? Scout is constantly like massive retrieval bot, so we'll bring it back, but quickly Ivan is already expressing like the next bit of coin. He's mastered like flips and flicks and these bizarre tricks of disappearance. I think if you're going to maintain this, Ivan, over the next 7 days, go ahead on your character sheet and we're going to give you a circumstantial bonus in perform. Anytime you do a coin trick, we're going to add 2 to your coin tricks for performance.
Where do I add that?
So it's going to be it's going to be miscellaneous mod. You're going to need to go to the MISC column on the far right, and you're just going to put 2. And when you roll, we just have to dignify whether or not it's going to be like a performance of like oratory or if it's going to be for a coin trick.
So I just add 2 to the what is there?
Yep.
Jesus.
I want you to like end up like full Gambit from X-Men.
You could add a
End of
custom
this.
skill too that is coin flipping.
Yeah, you know what? I'll make a note of it. So if we want to touch on it a bit later, we can do just that.
Gaming.
That way you don't have to keep remembering to subtract.
Got it. Okay. Sera. Miss Sera. In your downtime, you've expressed wishing to help Scout with a relic. Unsure what that looks like. You still have the presence of the sword with you and Cohen on mind, even if he is trying to be out of sight. And you're still having your feels. You're feeling your feels.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to pour time into specifically?
I mean, really, I guess really helping Scout is what I'd like to put my time into.
You got it. Okay.
The goal was to take her mind off of other things.
Yes.
Sure.
I mean, we gotta look at that freaking artifact.
Okay. So then maybe we can wrap these up together here. You're not going to take your sword away from yourself. You're going to have it on you at all times. Cohen is not going to be immediately nearby. He's expressed that he is okay with giving you that space that you might need. That doesn't mean that Scout won't seek him out, but we can wrap up Sera and Scout together here, since you've expressed handling some of the things for Sera and being near her, along with investigating the artifact. Some of your personal downtimes sort of, they cohab. So let's start with the artifact. I'd like to know what you wish to do in that 7 days time. Do you want to try any kind of spells, any kind of magic, attacking it? What does this look like?
I mean, investigate it first. Like, what does it look like? What does it do?
Yeah.
Just from touching it first.
Just gathering the properties of it, I suppose.
Sure. It is a 12-inch by 12-inch perfect cube. It is seamless by design. Edged all the way around. It's like a perfect Rubik's Cube with an exception that it has 0 turning points in it. 0 notches, nothing. It seems, for its size, bizarrely weightless. There is still weight there, but it does not fall fast.
So when you like throw it, it has like, it's like
It's almost like there's
style.
like some bizarre delay to it, yes.
Interesting.
Can I appraise it?
And you said it's
Go ahead.
12-inch by 12-inch, and it has no notches.
No
I have
notches.
identify.
Okay. If you guys want to kind of pour time into that, you totally can. Anju, you wish to appraise, hit it with appraise?
I mean, I feel like I would, yeah.
Go
I would
for
have
it.
To be there, so.
I mean, sure. I mean, you guys are still like nearest each other. It's a small ship. It's not unrealistic over the next 7 days that you get an opportunity to identify or even appraise.
I'm leaving it.
Anju, you wish that you could appraise this, but you can't even make out what it's made of. It doesn't even make sense to you. Its
That
weight
sounds about right.
is surprising. Its value is it's almost non-existent to you. You're sure it's probably worth something to someone, especially being of a solid material. You can't seem to break into the exterior of this object. It's a box.
Can we open it? Is it actually a box?
You can't find a
Does it
single
look
crack.
like any parts move or shift?
Could I shimmy an arrowhead under there and pop it open?
Try as you might. Identify offers you nothing, Cain. Using the arrowhead offers you nothing. You slam the box. You step on it. You try to pry it
Yell
apart.
at it.
Multiple hands from different people trying to pull it apart, and it has zero effect.
Spit on it.
Detect magic?
5 hours pass and everyone's sweating profusely.
When you cast Detect Magic, you find something profound, Scout.
Oh.
What you discover is that it's devoid of magic. Where Eberron has latent magic energy in absolutely everything, this is a black pit, like something came along and erased it.
So it's like suspiciously inert.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's like a key or something. Maybe you have to
I think
put it
I
with
think-
something else.
nothing we're going to do here is going to activate it. I think it needs something to trigger it or activate it or whatever properties are contained within this. Our mere hands, I feel, are not going to do anything. There's something specific that will activate it.
You mean there is another piece?
Yes, essentially that.
Anju just tries
Intriguing.
yelling at it one last time.
What do you
Just in
What do you
case.
yell? Just curious.
Ah! Literally just he's
Just
giving
scream?
up on words. Yeah, he just yells is like into its face.
Ivan, Cain, you overhear the
One of its 6 faces.
the yell/scream of Anju as he is aggressively making noise at this bizarre cube that none of you have seen before.
Thought it would work. I figured it was one last try. We don't even know what we want it to do. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Yes, Scout, I don't know what else we can do. Unless you have any other ideas.
I was looking.
You probably
think
need
I
a
have
password.
Yes.
Scout, would you tell us that it's like dead inside?
Yeah, I would share that information with you.
Yeah, I should try. Anju tries sitting on the table and
What
then.
kind of password?
Oh, sorry.
Some sort of activation word.
Banana. Orange.
Why would it be a fruit?
Raisins. I don't know.
Aged fruit?
That's a callback to when I tried to kill the bat. Where's the bat?
Squeaks has never quite left Cain's side, still hanging from the staff.
Squeaks is idling.
Don't talk to him. Don't look at him.
My perfect little boy.
I know how hungry you get.
Hey, come on. After all we've been through, he does. I mean, yeah, he'd probably be tasty though.
One day Squeaks
think-
will grow so large you'll be scared of them.
Honestly, I actually believe that that could happen based on everything that's happened with you. That's a surprisingly realistic threat.
Oh, yeah, I'll open at it in Draconic and a bunch of Draconic profanities at the box.
Okay.
And then
It sounds like guttural roars. You can tell that he's attempting to speak in a language, but as it comes out, it's more like barks and like the screeing, hissing noise of a draconian serpent, but nothing happens.
Scout
Yeah, no, it's
understands what he's
Anju.
saying.
What's Scout doing?
'Cause I
Grapefruit.
I said Scout understands whatever he's saying because I can speak Draconic.
Honeydew melon.
You know that it has no effect.
It's not going to work.
I've got more demon blood.
If I press on any of the sides, does anything happen? Are there any like symbols or?
Nope.
Anju kind of wants to see the demon blood thing play out. Just throwing that in the ring.
I mean, doesn't hurt to try, I suppose.
If I try to solve it, is it going to stab me in the hand and summon a Hellraiser?
I hope not.
What were you trying to see, Scout?
What'd you say?
Cain, or
What
are
did you
you?
say before that? What were you trying to see?
I'm not sure.
Cain, are you gonna go through with this demon blood, or what you believe is demon blood?
I'm going to save that. To probably poison somebody.
Okay.
Nice.
Honestly, based.
At least you're honest.
Sera.
Yeah, I mean, if I can't figure out if there's no way to interact with it, I don't have any other spells to cast on it.
You guys have been working on this on the deck. You've not expressed that you've been inside of your private quarters.
I think
That's
we
okay.
would be.
Would you?
I mean, yeah, if I have the room, I probably would be in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume that's where we are now.
Got it.
Scout, could you whittle me a pipe?
Affirmative.
I've got all this golden wheat.
What do you plan to do with it?
I'll smoke it.
For what?
Makes you feel good, Scout.
Intriguing. I must try this.
Honestly?
Do you have lungs?
Negative.
And they have to blow it
Okay.
in their ear.
Only in dog form.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep Scout busy and
Sure.
occupied. You
Sure.
understand?
Yeah.
Ivan, are you also hanging out in this area?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see that everyone can see this sort of coming to a bit of a lull. You're hitting a wall here. It's the first time you guys have hit a wall with something like this in a long time. It's been over a month for certain. Last time you came up with something like this that you didn't know how to operate or utilize, it was also an object of House Cannith. A journal, a binding that had the emblem and logo of House Cannith on the front of the journal itself. You couldn't make heads or tails out of what it was for.
Didn't that open a wall? Like a key
It did.
down in the labyrinth or the sewer area? Yeah.
It served many uses, one of which was, yes, to open what appeared to be a hidden wall.
Do we still have that journal?
No. Scout returned to the creator and gave it back to the creator.
We just
Which
let
is
Scout take the
probably
journal?
fine.
I mean, you copied it. You made a copy of it, Cain.
Yeah, but it's not going to have the same magical juices.
That's fair. Cain's got to think about keeping magical juices.
Never know when you're going to need them.
So we just swing by the creators, smash the two thingies together, see what happens, and we'll be on our way.
Then with the day coming to a lull, another day will come to pass. Nightfall will hit. Each of you will go to your respective areas. And Cohen has maintained just that, the distance. At nighttime, however, some of you have professed an interest in speaking to a one Cohen. Would you like to do that now?
Sure. If he's alone, Scout will
Sure.
be like watching the door whenever Sera goes in. Just to make sure no one suspect tries to get into the room.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. I think you will discover that As you approach the door and you exit where Sera's been staying, you'll find that same man. He has managed to stand nearest the front, just beyond the broken spot. It looks like it's just in front of him, and he's just kind of leaning. He's been stuck in this lane for a while. Sure, he moves, he shifts, but you believe that this is the one who has addressed himself as Cohen.
Scout will fly over and land next to them, but kind of keeping one eye on the door still.
You got it. With the sounds of this airship constantly drowning out, this thrum that consistently burns out behind you, Cohen sees you. He hits you with a small nod, and he continues to look on. There's almost this hope in his eyes as he gleans the direction that you're moving, or at least the direction that the ship seems to float on.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Just whatever's out there. Next goal, new mission. Something, some drive.
You can see those things?
I think it's an introspection thing. I think you have to look inside yourself. Yada yada.
Then why are you looking out there?
It provides clarity. And sometimes I find it very difficult to look elsewhere. I can tell that I'm not the greatest of company. So I decided to make myself as visible as possible. I'm
Why
afraid
do you not make yourself better company then?
you wish to keep me's company. Anything like that small bird friend, Scout?
I do not know.
Okay, well, then keep me company. What would you like to talk about, Scout?
I'm uncertain.
Silence is also welcome. Constant companion.
Perhaps what it is that you're looking for.
If I told you, you'd probably laugh.
I only laugh because the others laugh. I do not always understand why they laugh. But I do like the sound.
It is a nice sound. Laughing is supposed to sound nice. It's supposed to feel nice. I'm looking for a face, Scout.
What kind of face?
I don't know. I was told that I would know it if I ever saw it.
What will you do with this face?
I think I'll have it.
Have it? What do you mean?
Well, it will be mine. Yeah, I guess you could say I'd add it to my repertoire.
You will take someone's face?
Oh, no.
From them?
Not quite like that. He turns to you and this time he kind of like kilts his elbows back on the banister and leans to like look at you, and he glances away for a moment, and when he turns back, he has the face of Ivan Freely. His hair maintains, well, his lack thereof hair. Very, very short. You can see that he has these elaborate tattoos across the back of his head. But it's Ivan's face.
Why would you take someone else's face? Why not your own face?
And he snaps. That's the face I'm looking for.
Then you will not find it out there.
Real.
Won't I?
Negative. Those are other people's faces.
I don't know what my own face is like, Scout.
Perhaps we must find you a shiny thing.
A shiny
I
thing?
see many people looking in those. For their reflection.
I mean, you're shiny. Ish, your eyes are shiny. Do you mean a mirror?
Affirmative.
Oh, Scout, that's not my face. That's someone else's. It's been someone else's face for a long time.
Do you have parents?
I don't know. I've been told that I do have parents, but I never met them.
Perhaps you must start there. Find them. I did not understand this parents thing, but the others have taught me.
I don't really understand parents either.
They are your creators.
Well, suppose I do have a mother and a father. What would I do when I found them?
Speak to them.
What if they're
Perhaps
dead?
you will find your face there.
But not my face.
Perhaps they have a painting of you.
You know, he kind of like looks around for a moment, and he drops down, placing his arms over the top of the banisters again, this time glancing back at you, and you can see that his face literally changes in front of your vision, and it's sunken eyes with protruding cheeks, and his beard seems to angle downward to almost a point, and you see the face of Cain. It's second nature. I've done this for so long. I was able to even sneak past my superiors and find out some things about my parents, but I don't. Their names weren't listed.
You must find more research then. That is your mission. See, you have found it.
Sure. I think it's a little more complicated and harder than that.
No good mission is not without challenge.
That's fair. You are a wise and tiny Warforged.
Affirmative. My intellect core is quite complicated.
Why is that?
That is how I was created.
To be complicated?
Affirmative.
Don't you ever find that to be a challenge, Scout?
I'm uncertain.
Life is already very complicated. Adding on your programming to be complicated is, well, it's cumbersome. I'm sure you've discovered. I'm sure you have things that you wish you could tell others about that you don't tell others about. Do you know why I tell you? Because I could just deny everything that you say. And you may tell the truth, but you have secrets too.
I am not supposed to keep secrets. I am to tell the truth.
That makes you so different than most. At this point, Sera, you have realized that Scout hasn't quite left your side for a while. She has been quite literally the angel on your shoulder. But it's been a little bit. 5-10 minutes pass. None of the others have come to visit you, and you sit alone in the cabin. Just you and your sword.
Yes. Just me and the sword.
Do you wonder about Scout at all, or do you find...
I think I would.
Okay.
At some point, I might snoop around and
Sure.
see what Scout is up to.
Is it reasonable to say that you may open the door and just sort of take a quick glance around?
Probably. Yes.
Then you would probably see that Scout is nearest to the man that's introduced himself as Cohen, the Thorani assassin.
But he has Cain's face, right?
Can't see that far.
Oh, gotcha.
You see, I wonder if they would notice it because Sera just like does one of those like like zoom and like is kind of glaring down the way to see what's going on, and it might. Sarah's not very subtle.
Sure.
So you see, you may feel daggers being stared at you from across the ship.
Scout, as Cohen is explaining his situation in regards to his face, he kind of drops just to the point where his head sort of sinks behind his arm. You can't really see his face, but he still talks. He says, "Are you supposed to be by Sera's side? Because she seems very angry for some reason."
Affirmative. I'm watching her too.
This guy has like one eye over at the door.
Should you maybe go back to her? Or what do you think? Is it too soon to invite her out?
That is her decision.
Scout will wave at Sera and like motion with one of the feathered arms, like the wings.
She continues to glare. We'll proceed over.
Sure. Scout, you can definitely tell that Sera has not necessarily much in the way of a scowl, but definitely a glower as she proceeds over.
You are correct. She appears angry.
What's going on over here?
We are talking
He
about
turns.
Cohen's new mission.
He turns and he kind of pushes himself up, and he glances back over his shoulder, and his face is returned to the one that you've recognized earlier, the one that he introduced himself as Cohen.
I know it.
Just
Scout.
talking about tomorrow.
Talking about tomorrow with Scout?
Affirmative. Cohen has a new mission now.
Oh, a new mission.
Affirmative.
Well,
I don't know if it's much in the mission as much as it's simply just a goal. That's all.
oh. We have goals. Isn't that lovely?
Don't we all?
I suppose.
Okay, all right. He turns to you. I can accept that you're angry with me. I will start by saying I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have rocked the boat. I didn't intend to shake things that hard. But this thing with the one that you think is Hal, this isn't just limited to me. This is everyone in my house. It is how we operate. We dance in the shadows. These games, it's work. So me illuminating his situation where he's exposed himself, that is on him. He's compromised himself in the house. So you can be mad at me. That's fine. I can be the scapegoat. I don't mind. But do you have to stare angrily at me all the time? It's been a day and I'm already exhausted.
Well, you will have to continue being exhausted for as long as you pursue this. Nothing that I've done, that any of us have done, warrants such. I understand it's. Look, I know how your house. Well, I'm not going to say I'm an expert on how your house operates, but I'm quite aware of how your house operates.
Then you're completely okay with being manipulated?
No, I'm not okay with that. But you do not know the situation. You think you know the situation. You think you have it all figured out, okay? With your little analytical skills that you're trained to have, but you don't have it all figured out.
Tell me about Dolara. Tell me about your church. Tell me about the sovereign host. You could probably wax poetic all day long, couldn't you? All of the beautiful intricacies of your religion and everything that is supposed to matter day in and day out, and the way that you maneuver and operate and how you are part of the host, the clergy, and respectable member of your own church. This is exactly where I am as an individual in my house. I don't claim to understand your situation. I claim to understand his situation. And he
Then
has
why would
made.
they not share your face with you? Or information about your parents? I do not think you are in the same standing.
And he turns around and he kind of he nudges you, Scout. Like there's
Oh.
a very physical nudge. I don't think that there is relevance with that.
Ruffles or feathers.
It's interesting. Well,
Can I overhear that?
I mean, worst case scenario, you guys are directly below them. And Sera isn't being quiet, and Scout has one volume.
Just feel like a funny time to walk up to him and be like, "So what's wrong with your face? What was that?" That is what I want to do.
oh, Anju, you're here too. Right.
It appears
Wow,
there
nice
are a
to
lot of
see you
people who
too.
want your
Good
company.
morning.
I am hard pressed to believe that, Scout.
1, 2, 3, 3 people.
Fine, I won't implore further on Hal.
Perhaps this is an example.
I, out of game, didn't understand you there, Maggie.
Perhaps this is an example.
An example of what exactly?
Why people do not like your company sometimes.
Can I get a perception? Yeah.
Sure. Also, I was sense motivating when he was apologizing to Sera. Was it actually an honest
Yeah, please give me a sense motive.
apology? It was a 25.
That's humongous, and yeah, it's absolutely genuine.
20 for perception. I rolled
Jeez.
poorly. I rolled a 6.
Sarah, you can Anju, you can also make perception checks here.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Okay.
I see. I'm perceiving.
I think Sarah's probably one of Sera. You're going to maybe pick up on this just slightly, but the others are definitely going to get this. There is a pause. There's a momentary pause, and you see like his jaw, where it normally is very slack and relaxed, it clenches tightly, and his face falls flush. And he turns away.
Somebody's got a little secret shame, right, bud?
It's fine.
You all right?
We do not need to press it. If it's
Yeah.
He wants to make friends.
I never said that I wanted to make friends.
I do believe that is what you were trying to say.
I think that's what you tried to infer.
Doing a pretty shitty job of that, Scout. He's doing a pretty shit job of that.
Hey, thanks, Anju. Appreciate that.
I almost respect it.
Is this where I relay the information then? If we're just being curt with each other, this is where I relay that information where Cain attempted to hire me to assassinate you, Scout?
Is this true?
It's just spit take.
In front of everybody.
Sense motive? 19.
He's telling the truth.
Why?
Anju's gonna try to bluff on this.
Why?
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
have to
Can I
talk to
tell if
Cain about
Anju is
that. Give me a bluff.
knows?
Give me a bluff, Anju.
To be
Oh, I rolled a 9 on the sense motive to
I got a
Anju.
dirty 20.
Sarah?
Yeah,
sense motive?
I don't realize that Anju knows. Oh, but Sera does. Oh, I like that.
Sarah, you're reading him like a
Great.
book. Reading him like a book here.
It makes
you-
sense. I'm more focused on
It's the
Cohen
trauma
than I am
bonding.
Anju. I would trust
real.
Anju.
Have you heard anything of this Anju?
No, absolutely not. I don't know what you're talking about. That
No.
sounds crazy and really, really uncool. Honestly, if I had to pick a
Is that
word.
why you're on the ship? Not for Sarah? But to assassinate me?
No. I would not. I would hope that's not the case.
No, I'm not here for, honestly, either of you.
However, that wouldn't be the most far-fetched thing that Cain has suggested in our time of knowing him. So I'm not completely surprised. However, if he does do that, we would have a problem.
He turns to you, Anju. I actually entirely came upon this ship to see that if you were alive, then I could properly thank you. Because I was in a bit of a situation. One that I wish that I had not been in. But I was.
In a situation.
Me? You want to thank me?
You're the only cat man in front of me. You're also the only one that I choked out in the whole of that ship.
I mean,
Yes.
choked out.
We can reenact it if you'd like.
Let's not.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Why are you thanking Anju?
Why would you choke him if you were going to thank him? Why not just thank him?
It's called horseplay, Scout. It's something that friends do.
It's not horseplay.
I do not understand. Is it
I-
like surprise?
I had to make an attempt at his life. Now-
Had to that.
Now when I return, I can say that I at least gave it the old college try.
This was a mission.
Yeah, well, joke's on you, because I never went to college.
Will you be reprimanded for failing?
Oh no, I won't be reprimanded. No, not quite that way, but I will find a mar on my record. I promise I'm not thrilled. It's not something I'm excited about. But I suppose it's the nature of my line of work.
Tell me, Cohen, when we land this ship, will you be returning to House Fjarlun?
Thorani. And
Or, sorry, to Thorani, yes.
And yes, yes, I should. I promise I'm just taking my time.
You must find more research.
I wish that research would assist me in my endeavor, Scout, but I'm afraid that that is not going to help me right now.
To find your parents?
Can we not?
Scout,
To find your parents.
Can we not?
I'm just
Affirmative.
gonna hastily try to change the subject and like
Ooh.
Scout. So horseplay is like when two friends they wrestle around and it's just for fun, but it's like it's a little rough. It's like
I see everybody has
like sparring.
their secrets then.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. He takes 3 steps to the front of the ship where the enormous nose of the vessel itself has since destructed off courtesy of the payload. And he leans down, he throws his hands over the edge, grabbing onto it, and he just lets his body slump inward and swings inside of the vessel.
Oh, look how fancy.
Oh,
You can't
shit, I was gonna.
Scott will like watch from the edge.
You can't just do it like a normal person. He has to
I was gonna ask
swing
him
around.
something. We're all just like, wow. We're like, Anju will like sarcastically clap.
Ivan,
Really cool, man.
you hear this thud. It's an audible thudding noise of feet. It's not quite loud, but it's enough to sort of jar you from where you're at. You sort of relaxing, right? Minding your own in the evening. If you would, please, go ahead and give me a D8. I want to see what your animal form is here.
Yes, I got
Ooh.
you. I got you. That's not bad.
2.
Is that the stoat?
2. Raccoon,
Yo.
actually. Raccoon.
Oh.
The trash
Okay.
panda, dude.
All
Raccoon.
right. We've not seen raccoon.
It's true.
Not in action.
Yeah.
Pro.
What's
cute.
Packing jowls.
You got
Con.
look eyes.
He has to steal anything and everything.
it's just
Oh no.
steel
love it.
switch?
It's just the.
Where
You
he
just-
lands,
Dude,
he
they're
is-
so cute.
he is quite surprised. In fact, he probably like there's this instinctive jerk, right? Like it's the cat v cucumber moment where it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But there you are in raccoon form, probably clutching on to this small golden coin that you've been tampering with all day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do here? Do you keep tampering or do something else?
Yeah, no, I feel like This is like the form that is because like it's always like the animal the instincts like kind of take over in your head, right? And it's like not a battle necessarily most of the time, except for I would say probably this guy, where this is kind of like a battle in my head of this cute little mindset of just touch, feel. It's like being high and you have sensory overload, so it's just nice to stim. Like I feel like I'm just playing with the coin and I have no idea what is going on around me. Like you have to tell me what to do in this form and
Sure.
I'll probably do it half-assed. I'm like Teen Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure.
Where it's like they try to tell him to do something, he's like,
The nature
do it in a
Got
second.
trash to steal.
the nature of Cohen's job is that he is a prior of information, right? He needs it. It's something that he can't quite shake. So despite his fall into the vessel, he is shaken by you for a moment, but he can overhear them, and you can overhear them speaking above. And he stops. He slinks down into this sort of like almost Spider-Man like pose with his knees up at his chest and his hands between, and he watches you, but you can tell his attention is sort of drawn to above, the people that are speaking above. He reaches out and probably like touches your small digits, your small hands.
Does he have anything shiny on his person?
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. He's got
Okay, well, as
two
he
rather
reaches out
fancy daggers.
As he reaches out to touch me, like it's like I go, and then I start noticing everything on him, and I start
Sure.
walking towards it. I'm not subtle. It's not. It's
Sure, yeah.
I'm here to take things.
Yeah, no, I got you. As he doesn't realize that it's you, right? He has no
Yeah.
idea
No, I
that it's you.
understand.
So as you start to like move over to him, instinctively, like it's a sensation of touch, right? Like he's just rubbing, like letting his hands just touch the back of your body while you kind of like move up and around him, and he doesn't really pay attention to what you're doing. I would
take one of his daggers.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check here. What is your do you have like a thievery bonus here? Let's open this up. We're gonna open this up, chat, and find out exactly what.
Yeah,
sort of bonus he
I don't
gets.
know what like I can give you sleight of hand as my normal guy, but like I don't know what.
You're gonna get a bonus 3 to whatever you roll on your sleight of hand.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's
22.
great.
Okay, I've got to give him a sense here. It's a perception check versus, and you remember he's got a good perception.
He does. 23 is a good roll, though. Ooh.
Okay.
He barely sees it, though.
You instinctively move up and you kind of grab at the first shiny thing that's at his hip, right? And it's this dagger. It's elaborate, it's fancy, and you grab onto it. And he's got his hands, is kind of moving around your side and like down the length of your tail. And when he feels you sort of like tug at that, he instinctively kind of like reaches up under you to kind of curve you around and drop you back in front of him. Like he's like trying to curve the toddler, like no. And
That's literally what I am right now. Yeah. But like I still like I know who he is, but
Yeah.
like I can't be bothered with him right now until I get the thing. If I were to get that dagger, I might stab him.
Oh my God.
Because like my emotions would come back. Like I have the thing now, so I no longer have this desire. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like
Okay.
I would get
This is
the
some
thing.
Deep RP.
Ivan,
Thank you.
on
I've thought about
Yes.
this a lot. Okay, I've thought about this,
Well,
this
if you're
raccoon
gonna-
a lot.
If you're just gonna be continuously attempting to steal the things on him and just crawling all over him, like
Yeah,
I have shit that I need to ask him. I was gonna.
He didn't-
I have shit I need to ask him, but I don't know when to interrupt.
go.
but this
You know what?
sounds
You
funny.
guys, you go
He
ahead.
didn't turn me towards him.
Sera, Scout, and Anju, you have these moments above, right? He has disappeared for all intents and purposes. You don't hear anything below you, but he's exited the scene. Ivan, while they're having this conversation, please give me 2 more sleight of hands.
Sure. I'm gonna use one of my luck rerolls on that second one.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, that's gonna be
And
pretty
that's a
hard.
25 by
That's a
or
25.
26. That's
Yeah,
26.
yeah, it's
Sorry.
26. 26. Okay, so
26. I think 26 to try
Wait,
to
don't you
steal
get
his
plus
dagger.
2 for the coin as well?
no, it's not. It's not that.
No, it's not.
It's not performed. It's performed.
Right. I got confused.
That's for the second
Wait,
check.
could I perform to distract? No, wait, no, that wouldn't make sense for me to like perform to try to distract him? Did he just?
Hey, bud.
I botched
what's up?
both, actually. I botched both.
Nice.
Did I just acquire a new fancy dagger that's going to get him in trouble if he loses it?
Well, we'll talk about that in a second, actually. Cain.
Okay.
Cain, you have been in your element for a moment, my friend. You've been sitting in the belly of the vessel, mostly minding your own business, but you can always tell when Ivan is around. It's not very hard to depict who stands out, as there's a raccoon now running around the depths of a man. He seems to be like circling and spinning in several spots, but he keeps getting guided away. But you can see, even from afar, that he seems to have pocketed something. It looks as if he's grabbed something that Cohen hasn't noticed, and he instinctively just tucks it in his jowls, just packs it right in.
The dagger into my mouth. What does it just look like, a cartoon where you can see like the serrated like bend of it like in my cheek? Like it's very obvious that it's there.
Well, you got two things.
Oh, what else did I get? Sorry, I have an audio issue.
You're totally fine. Yeah, you don't know what the second one is yet.
Do you know what it is?
I do.
Does anybody else?
No.
Oh, okay.
You're just grabbing. Anything that's shiny, you're grabbing.
Okay. Oh, because I grabbed the other thing because of my 16. So those were you rolling it. Okay. Do I notice that he's distracted? Like, because I know that I got away with these, so I would notice like
he is. It's like his attention is split, right? His attention is definitely split.
Because is this during conversation? Like, are we just rolling what I'm doing during this conversation?
Yes, yeah. So I'm waiting to hear if anything else happens between Cain coming near and Sera, Scout, and Anju have their conversation above.
Yeah, because Cain wanted to talk to Cohen too.
If I notice that he's distracted, can I just like
Alone.
run away from him? Like, maybe not in like the most sneakily way. Like, I'm not trying to sneak away. I'm just trying to bumble away as fast as possible. Like, again, a toddler that got the thing, and I'm just, okay, I go away now because I'm not. I've been told that I'm not supposed to have this.
Sure,
So now I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You do. It's probably like haphazardly. You're trying to run, but it's like it's awkward for your little hand. So you probably even do like a little tumble and then get back up and waddle as you're carrying the dagger. Your cheek is like all pushed out at one side. You have no idea what's even in your mouth. But yeah, the klepto raccoon is he's going hard right now. You see a familiar face, Ivan. It's Cain, and Cain sees you.
Oh, how you're still alive.
I just run past him. My goal is to get to Sarah's quarters and hide it somewhere.
You leave my things alone, you little bastard.
Does he have anything shiny on him as I'm passing him?
Cain? He probably has a series of like small baubles that are attached to his staff.
Cain, can you confirm?
No, I have owlbear feathers on my staff.
Are they particularly shiny?
I don't have anything shiny.
I think honestly, give me a wisdom here. This is gonna be a memory test, Ivan. Yeah, I think that's fair. Ivan, despite its lack of shiny, that at least triggers that memory of a time. It is a brief time when things were happy and good, and it was when you, in your form, were running around with a small owlbear.
So as the way I picture it is like I'm running towards him. He says the initial comment. I keep running. He's like, "Don't touch any of my shit." That triggers it in my head, and I look up and I just try to like take a grab as I'm running past.
Give me a sleight of hand.
I don't think it would be very sneaky.
I don't think so either.
Anything.
Yeah, I think it would be more
I have
of
a sewing needle.
Can I run like
shiny?
I mean,
guess.
it's like the same skill as like acrobatics because again, I'm not trying to sneak it away.
An escape artist.
Okay, yeah.
If you're just gonna like flinch up and grab this, then I'd like an escape artist.
Okay, where is that just alphabetical order? Oh.
I'm trying to hit him with my staff. He's got
escape artist.
His little paws.
It should be under character sheet.
No, it goes disguise into fly.
Hold on, let me pull you up here. Ivan?
I see disguise, escape artist, and then fly.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't got it.
Weird.
Oh, that's weird. You're right. You don't have it.
You can add.
Yeah, we'll have to add a skill. I don't know why you don't have that. That's very strange. So that's gonna be your dex modifier. So let's see. What does Raccoon have? Good old Raccoon boy here. You've got.
That's strange because it's the default on the sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just going to be whatever your native is. So it's off of your Dex modifier. So you can click
so
Dex.
Just 1d20.
Yep. Dex plus your D20 plus your Dex mod.
Oh, where do I see that? Oh, just press Dex.
Yep.
Okay. I'll reroll that actually. I'll use my second reroll.
Go for it.
Sweet.
Big.
Much better.
Big. It's quick. It's very, very quick, Cain. But he seems to reach up and aggressively snatch one of the 3 feathers from your staff, and he just bolts away. You hear something dragging between his legs, and you see something metal that he's got with him. But before you could even react, you look at his face, and like it's literally like his cheeks like this, just completely like stuffed. It's just packed. You have no idea what's going on, but the Klepto Raccoon is at it.
You could. I took one of your feathers.
We need more sun globes.
Ivan, I'm going to reason that while it looks strange, you'll be able to make it up to Sera's quarters.
Let's go.
Is there something you'd like to do in there?
Is there some sort of blanket or coverage? Because you said there's a cot.
There is a very small pillow that Sera. It's very thin, but you know you can stuff things under it or even in it.
Yeah, I would stuff things in the pillowcase, but then like try to smush the pillowcase into a corner so it's.
Sera's gonna get stabbed in the face in her sleep.
So you grab the pillow and you just start stuffing the shit into the case, and then you put the pillow in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, like try to like push it and like smush it, like.
Yeah.
I'm like a dog that just tries to like bury something in the hardwood floor. That's me.
I gotcha. Makes sense. It's perfect.
Above table, Anju has conceal item now. So if Raccoon Man ever really wants to hide something really well, we can do that for you.
Cain. It's abrupt. Kind of obnoxious. You declaratively state that you don't like that one that much. And you know that he successfully managed to pilfer something from Cohen. But there you see, probably one of the few rare moments. Cohen.
Come here, Cohen. I have something to discuss with you.
He comes over. He's confused, concerned even, because why? You're 45. Why do you sound 100? Stop it.
This is how I speak. You'll learn to like it.
Hate that.
Let's use our whisper voices.
What did he mean by that?
I've got a job for you.
Ooh, no.
You know the one they call Scout?
Yes, the one I said that I wasn't going to kill.
I don't know. There's no killing involved. How about you do a little spying, a little recon for me? And just keep an eye on that one, and if there's anything out of the ordinary, just report it back to me. If they're talking to anyone suspicious, sending messages, anything out of the ordinary.
Cain, you're probably not going to want to hire me.
Why is that?
Because I just informed them that you wanted me to kill Scout.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
How much? Or would you prefer to trade information? I know all about how.
I will.
Oh. Fuck.
Never forget Cain's in the campaign.
You stun locked Bub.
You have my ear.
Oh my.
After he just was like, I give up. I give up about how we do you little fuck. I don't think so. Do we have an agreement then? You watch Scout for the remainder of the trip, report back to me. Anything suspicious, and I will give you Hal's full description and everything I know to the last detail.
I don't need to know his description.
That's a huge win for him.
I need to know his name. His actual name.
Well, only Sera knows that. I tried to get her to divulge the information to me. I can try again. I can be quite persuasive.
He looks to your hand. Seems like you've got something cooking there yourself. I don't know what that's about.
Roll it up under my sleeve. Never mind that.
But I'm willing to barter.
I've got gold and I have information. It's a simple task. No murder.
Fine. Get me Hal's name, and I'll tell you everything I discover about Scout.
I can try. I'll schedule an appointment with Sera in her room.
That is not the weirdest thing I've heard today so far. Good luck. We'll be in touch.
All right.
Can I
have a lovely night?
At right at the end of this conversation?
No, you're upstairs. 1,000,000%. You're upstairs. We need to revisit those moments up there with Sera and Scout.
Okay. That also works.
That pans back. Moments return as we roll back probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes most. Sera, Scout, and Anju, you're left on the deck, the front of the vessel. The wind blowing your hair, the moonlight cascading through the clouds.
Well, it appears that he runs off just like you do, Sera.
Just like I do.
Affirmative. When you are uncomfortable, you leave.
Very perceptive of you, Scout. Yes. It seems you got a little bit of information on our assassin friend. And when I say friend, Scout, I mean that as more of a figurative term.
Sometimes friend means literally not friend. So that's probably not confusing.
I do not understand. It appears they are looking for friends. Or companions. People willing to be in their vicinity.
Friendship requires trust.
Affirmative.
And right now, we have none of that with Cohen.
Perhaps that is something he can work on.
You think we could teach Scout sarcasm?
That would probably require a lot of programming. Scout takes things very literally.
Could be useful, could be funny.
Like a metaphor.
Like a metaphor?
Something like that. That's the right track. So what did you learn, Scout?
He's looking for his face.
He's looking for his face.
Affirmative. I did not understand that at first either.
Yeah, isn't it on his face?
That is what I thought. He was looking out to the sky for his face and his mission.
Anju still doesn't get it. Huh.
Sera, you, in the short time that you've been in the company of Cohen, you have seen at least 4 faces.
So the way he showed himself earlier when we first grabbed him from the ship and he was trapped, that was not his real face.
Negative. He does not appear to remember his face.
Interesting.
He's been using other people's faces for so long.
Sera, can I get from you? It's a different check. You may not have much in the way of this, but I'd still like for you to try. Give me a knowledge planes.
Ooh. Okay.
Are you happy with that?
No.
I know it's not a strong skill for you.
We need to know.
I will try again.
I think we have two rerolls or 3 rerolls.
2 right now. We are technically 3 subs away from our 3rd luck reroll.
Ooh, so close.
Sub to Bub.
Oh my gosh, Sera might need him.
That's very funny.
Oh no.
Do I use another? And the chances.
The DC is difficult. I'll tell you your DC right now. It's a 16.
Oh, just come ask Cain. He'll know.
Yeah.
I have a decent roll too.
I'll try one more time.
Go for it.
Let's go.
Oh, right on the
Okay.
dot. Hell yeah.
Sarah, it was literally for only a moment that you saw this. And this could be something that was fictitious, an absolute fallacy, a momentary break in the facade. But there was a moment when he faced you. He briefly faced Ivan, and you saw his lips glow this almost icy blue, and there was a gold rim on the outside.
Yeah.
It's a racial telltale. It's a rare sign, not something of the common races.
So he might not be elvish.
May not be elvish, but you're aware that in order to be in House Thorani, you have to at least be a little elvish. At a 16, you're aware that that is a sign of being birthed of a hag. A changeling.
Me gasping. Audible gasps.
Women who are birthed of hags become hags. Men are offskirts. They're neglected. They're avoided. They maintain the facade of being a changeling.
Oh, he has no true face. Something,
What do you mean?
Something tells me he has no true face because there was a brief moment when I saw him and I saw part of his flesh, a gold blue. That is not elvish nor humanoid of nature. That is that of a changeling. Somebody who shifts into many forms.
He's okay.
Perhaps he does not know that. That is information you could share.
Yes, information we could share.
I think he is well aware of, maybe you're right, Scout. He might not be aware of who he is.
Anju.
He said he tried to find information about his parents, but was
Anju,
unable.
where you're posturing these moments in between Scout and Sera, you witness a very bizarre thing. It is an element that you are not sure what to make of. A raccoon comes above board. It seems to be waddling. It stops for a moment, its head rotates under it, and it takes a tumble and roll forward, using its momentum to get back up on its back feet, and moves to Sera's room. Uses its head and a single arm to sort of scratch, and you can see something that it's dragging behind itself, black in nature. It pushes into Sera's room. Nobody else is taking notice of this.
Is that our raccoon?
What?
Do we know that?
We've seen
Raccoon
it,
is a
right? We've seen
raccoon?
all of them.
Yeah, you've seen him. Yeah,
Strong chance
when
you've
I
seen
tried
it.
it.
It's admittedly rarer. It's not been one of the more common animals that have come up, but yeah, it's likely. When you glance over, Scout, Sera, your door shuts.
We should probably go check on the raccoon.
I suppose.
I feel like, can we walk and talk over there? And I want to posit that, maybe she doesn't know that, good faith interpretation, maybe she doesn't know doesn't have a face, or she killed some elven dude and snuck in and has been working her way up the ranks this whole time. Or they. I hear hag and my brain goes. But, yeah. I think this person might be more of a threat now that we have that information, or at least less trustworthy.
I do not think they are aware. They
I
seem
hope you're
very
right.
sad and uncertain of who they are.
Bad people are usually miserable, Scout.
Scout, he says that.
Scout looks at Sera whenever Anju says that, because Sera was very sad.
Sera was very sad.
I didn't clarify that it doesn't go both ways.
You also realize that up to this point, there have been multiple moments where Anju has been miserable as well. He's been in good company so far as you can see, but even he has had moments of sadness, particularly when certain names have been spoken of, like his grandfather, or his parents, or his ex-business associate.
Perhaps they are all evil then. That is what Scout is thinking.
You all right, Anju?
Am I all right?
Yes.
I think so. I'm ready to get off this damn boat.
The three of you are, I'm guessing you're either walking or for Scout, you're flying to the direction of Sera's room.
Yes.
Okay. Ivan. You've made it up to the bed. You've grabbed onto the pillow. You've started stuffing things in, and now you finally get an opportunity, a moment to see what you pilfered quickly and stuffed into your jowls. It's a small potion vial. Not really sure what it is, but it doesn't matter. It's yours. You pull the
Goddamn
dagger
right it is.
from the folds of your leg and your belly alike, and you see this ornate and beautiful piece. The head of it shaped like that of a displacer beast, this enormous, feral cat-like creature where multiple tentacles wrap around the hand, creating a sort of guard. And the owlbear
So this
feather.
is his Hal's dagger, essentially. Like, this is his...
It is.
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay,
Would
nice.
I know that? Like, would Ivan be able to discern that easily?
I don't know. You know that Hal was after a very special dagger, but you didn't really get a good look at it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, would I be able to discern that this is probably his special dagger, just from, like, the fact that he seemed to perk up at the information that Hal had a special dagger.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, when you bring it up like that, I think so. I think that's reasonable to assume.
Okay.
Ivan, you begin stuffing it into this pillow, and you feel confident. The feather doesn't fit very well. It's pretty much bigger than the pillow itself, but you do the best that you can, and you're sort of packing it very tightly into the corner. When you hear the door swings, and there is Sera, Anju, and Scout flying just above shoulder. What does this look like,
our
Ivan?
raccoon.
Well, I mean, just like being startled by anything, I would just like naturally try to just like stuff it behind me and just.
Yeah.
And then I would notice that it's them, and I would just kind of stiffen up, and I go.
Yeah, that's definitely our raccoon.
Scout will wave with their one winged
Anju will
arm.
sarcastically wave.
Can I ask a question to Sera? When you hold your blade,
Yes.
do you rest it on your shoulder, or does it normally touch the ground?
That's a good question.
Like, would you hold it like this, kind of like
It's
leaning on it?
You don't
It's
have a
a
hilt?
It's a two-handed weapon.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a great sword.
It's a great sword. So I probably would find some way to like holster it on my back, essentially. I don't think it would touch the ground.
Okay, if it's not touching the ground, I probably wouldn't go for it. But if it is, I would like, immediately be attracted to it.
So I already saw the dagger, right?
You saw something.
You mentioned it.
You saw something. You don't know if it's the dagger. You didn't really get a good look at the face. You just saw a raccoon tumbling.
I'm gonna slink very cat-like behind and like start trying to grab whatever's in the bed.
Can I slap his hand?
Sure. You know what? This is open air. You guys role play it out.
What you got there?
I'll
I'm
just look at him, and I'll just look at him,
I have my paw on your hand, on your head.
and I'll just look at him, and I'll
Okay.
no.
What are
I'm just gonna disregard. I'm trying to
do you
grab the
think
dagger.
Ivan has rabies in this? I've heard that raccoons, it's very difficult you shouldn't handle them.
Can I examine him for rabies?
I've heard things
17.
that they're very
wouldn't be
dangerous.
Do I have
Honestly,
rabies?
You cursory glance, and there are no visible explicit symptoms of rabies.
I do not see any symptoms of
Do
rabies.
you put your hand in that bag, by the way? Are you putting your hand in the pillowcase?
absolutely.
I bite your wrist.
I saw where you were hiding it.
Well, it's a good thing he doesn't
I'm going
have
to
rabies.
bite your wrist. You are taking my stash. I'm
I
going to
just
bite
want to
your
roll
look
wrist.
to
at
bite
it.
him.
All right,
Make an
you
attack.
bite me, and then
It's going to be D20
Yeah.
plus 4. What is your AC, Anju?
19.
19.
Damn.
it's almost just like, how would you describe this? Is it sort of like a panic? How aggressive is it? Describe it for me, Ivan.
Yeah, I would basically like, you know when a cat tries to go and jump like to a higher surface, but then it just ends up extending its body but not moving anywhere?
Sure.
It would kind of be like that, but for a bite. So I'm gonna flop on the bed at this point, but I'm like just angry, trying to lunge at him. Poorly.
Anju's still digging through the bed, and he'll just say, "Oh, he wants to play."
You as you say that, your hand hits something, Anju. Something that you can't quite determine what it is.
I just want to look at it.
You pry the pillowcase open, and there is a dagger. Very ornate dagger.
Can I try to swipe the dagger from him now?
I'm holding it out here.
You bound back down, and when you move up really close, before you can reach up for it, he sticks this way up into the air. And Sera and Scout, Sera, you recognize this dagger. You have seen this dagger before. It is the same dagger that Hal explained was sort of like his badge, his token of recognition in the House of Thorani.
Hold on.
I just immediately, knowing that I can't get this, I'll just sit like with my legs, like my back legs extended out, and like I'm hunched over myself and just sulking. Just
Scout, lock the door.
Affirmative.
Scout will go to lock the door.
What did we have before to find out if the invisible man was in the room? I don't remember what we came up with.
he can turn invisible. I mean, maybe he can, but
we'll actually discuss this when we come back for our second half. We're gonna go for a quick bathroom break. I'm gonna give my players an opportunity at figuring out what it is that they want to do with this dagger now that they've found themselves into a bit of a pickle. So we'll be back in a moment. You guys don't go too far. We'll see you guys. We are back and at it. Part 2 of Shadows of the Last War, episode 13. So, where we last left off was Anju basically He-manning this blade into the air.
Yes. Put that away, Anju. Put it back in the bag.
Can we all awkwardly do the bow and arrow thing really quick? Like, lock the doors.
Can I come looking for my feather?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable for you to
Scout lock
find
the
your
door.
feather.
So
give me my feather.
Anju, you would see that there's definitely an owlbear feather that's just sticking out of the bag itself. It wouldn't fit in the pillowcase, so Ivan did the best that he could.
I believe Cain is trying to get inside. Should I allow him
wrestled
in?
that from the mighty Lunestra.
I think I would go to. I think I would go to take it back, and I would probably see Ivan like, I don't know, show some sort of like actual. Like it looks like Ivan cares about this thing more than the other shit, so I'll like not grab it to give back to Cain. I'll just leave it.
You will notice that in the bottom of the bag when you go to grab the feather and before you give it to Ivan, that there is what looks to be a potion vial.
I'll distract Ivan with the feather.
I will accept the distraction. There will be no pushback.
I'll give him his favorite feather, then I'll grab the vial.
Okay.
Is it empty?
It is not.
Do I know what's in it? Can I find out?
How would you like to find out?
Taste it.
Just chug it.
Just a little lick.
That's a joke. GM, friendly GM, I'm joking.
Remember in science class, waft, not whiff.
Waff?
I don't even know what I would roll, honestly.
Well, I mean, you could attempt to determine what it is by
knowledge liquids.
There's a couple of ways. You don't really have much in the way of finesse with toxins, but you don't believe it to immediately be a potion. It is thick when you crack the vial itself. It's a thick viscous substance. It is dark, fairly acrid.
It's not the dragon blood?
No.
Or whatever? Huh. So Cain's in the room now, right?
No, I asked if I should let him in, and no one answered me.
He's still.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Feather.
Let him in.
He's got to do this
I
thing.
will open the door.
I'll do the thing at Scout and be like, he's got to do the thing, though. Check the thing.
Scout looks at him. Secret? And Scout
All
looks at him.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, and lock the door back. And I'll just now I'm like I have two very important things in my hands. But do I know this would have come off of Cain?
No.
This is
Well,
just missing
Cain might say
Cain.
that though. Cain,
Where
you
did
see
that
him
little
holding it.
bastard run off too?
Can I take a
Yeah.
swipe for the dagger now that he's distracted with the potion?
You would, I mean, he's not short, so you'd have to kind of scale him or leap from something.
Honestly,
Like the bed.
Okay, sure. Give me an athletics.
Sure.
I want this for you.
Where is athletics? Do I not have that too?
I have no idea why you wouldn't. Hold on. Where are we at? Ivan.
It's athletics is.
Oh,
or it's
acrobatics. It's going to be acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Sorry, acrobatics.
Okay. You're good. You're good. Oh, damn, that's terrible.
It's not great. It's.
Well, there's also a climb skill.
do you even have any luck rerolls?
No.
Okay. You.
Here, I can try to roll low on something. Give me something that counts against this.
He takes brief flight for about 2.5 feet. This husky raccoon just and it just immediately just sinks right at your feet. Do you try to scale him? What does this look like?
No, I would fall face first and I'd lay there in defeat for a second.
I'll look upon Ivan in pity and just give him the fucking dagger. Like,
Should
we know
I
what-
deal
we know
with the
where he's gonna put it.
raccoon?
I'm just gonna hold it out and start running around in circles in the room.
That's
Wait,
definitely our raccoon.
Do you want me to put it to sleep and we can tie him up?
Why do you
Possibly.
always make it weird? What is this?
He's stealing everything.
The vial, old man. What is it?
I'll give it here.
No, what is it?
I need to examine it if I'm to answer your question.
You had it already. Look at it. You can look from over here. You can
It's
look
not
from over here.
mine.
I love the
Why
acrobatics.
did you have it?
I wanted to see if
I
I
have-
tripped and stabbed somebody.
I have no
your-
such
the 15's
thing.
great.
Then why do you want it?
You asked me what it was, you fool.
Sarah,
yes.
of all the times that I feel like something would demand your attention here, as the wielder of this current sword, of a judicator of passion, and some would even go as far as saying rage for the Fury, they're bickering over a vial. A raccoon is sprinting around the room, clutching a very dangerous blade. It's a small.
Yes.
This is a 10 by 10 room.
Yes, it's at that. And the blade that the raccoon has, it's Hal's blade, right? Or am I being? Is that correct? The
You
one that
recognize it
equivalent.
as a blade of House Thorani.
is a House Throny blade, right? Okay.
And we know
It's-
that Hal had said to us that he was looking for his blade.
Yeah, it is. It's Cohen's blade that's at the same stature of Hal's blade. Like,
Correct.
it's-
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his prized possession that he can't go home without, or else he dies.
Right. That's correct. All right. It is at this. Sera is going to take her blade and strike it into the ground and just yell, "Enough!" and slam it into the ground.
Sarah, make an attack.
Okay. Okay.
On the
I think
ground.
it's like scouts up in the rafters, like holding on and just put their wings out.
Never a dull moment.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, there is zero falter in this, and massive intimidation. Sarah,
I
Sarah.
vomit.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
no.
Anju's gonna like. Oh,
Ew.
don't cut me in half.
Sarah, roll a d4 and a d6. Separate, please, not together. Perfect. 14 points of damage is brought down. A massive hole is sundered at your feet, tearing way into the second floor. Very, very clean slice. Precision for a blade of this size is sort of absurd. Sarah, you feel a sharp, wincing pain in your hand. Runs down the length of the muscle, and you feel the warmth of your blood penetrate your palm. You take a single point of damage.
Okay. I'm gonna wince and just try to hold that in because I have this moment. I have the floor, and so I'm not gonna show that I'm in pain.
I would like to see that, please.
But I am gonna wince at it and just try to keep it in.
Give me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is. It's not really a. It's a stealth. She's trying to just hide something.
Good luck.
She's angry. I think it's reasonable that you would see this, right? You're probably very surprised, Anju. She has not had some kind of brash moment like this really to date. But now there is a massive hole in the floor.
Enough, all of you. We're not going to make it anywhere past the ship if you keep bickering. We will not make it at all to finish this quest that we are on if all of you keep fighting every other night.
Affirmative.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
Sera's skin is red flush. You can feel Anju as someone who is naturally running warm themselves, even standing near her. Heat radiates from her body.
Oh, like literal heat.
Yes.
Whoa.
She hot. No.
Is it hot?
We knew that already.
It's getting hot.
Is it hot in here, or is it just you?
Well, I'll just take my feather and be going along then.
Cain grabs
I
onto
mean,
the
I'm
feather.
gonna say something about the fact that you're a radiator. Like,
Probably because I'm fuming with fury and anger.
did you know that could happen? It feels.
She's in one of her moods again.
That never
Cain,
helps.
I
Cain,
take the blade.
that never helps, Cain.
You know
Not
what?
once.
You know
has
what?
that helped.
You know what? You know what? It's happening. I'm going to take the blade at Cain. And I'm not going to do
Okay.
I'm not trying to do anything lethal here. But I may just draw just at his arm, just a nick.
I mean, that's crazy. I'm gonna try to stop that if I'm standing in between them.
I cast mage armor.
Okay, so this is based. It's a series of responses, right? This is the way that this is going to look.
Initiative.
Sarah's already expressed aggression, right? Anju, she pulls the blade after this massive hole has erupted as it's sundered the ground nearly at your feet. You know it's not going to take much at this point. Any additional weight in this room will probably bring this quarters directly down into the belly of the boat. And she draws the blade up with the intent, you can see the intent to harm Cain. You can't see the length of which she's willing to go. Cain, you immediately see this as the blade rears up. Andrew, I want to know what you're going to do here.
I don't know if there's much I can do. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Are you gonna try to stop her?
I think
Get
honestly,
in between the blade.
I think I would take the opportunity to shove Cain out of the way.
Give me a
what I would
reflex.
do.
Oh dear.
This is fast. This
I'm
has got to
gonna
be
push
fast.
that old man down the fucking stairs, dog.
Let's see Anju's reflex.
Okay. There it is.
Huge. Sarah, make an attack.
All right.
I know the intent. Sarah, I need you to make a will save.
Hey. Do.
I tap into my wild magic and let loose on the ship. I'm just kidding.
Sarah, you swing, and as you feel your weapon connect with the wall and tear through the door frame itself, passing in through the
Jesus.
open door into the next part of the frame, you ask yourself, what am I doing? Roll a d4 and roll a d6 separately, please. 16 damage to the actual chamber that you're in. You take 1 more point of damage. Cain, it's deliberate. You were shoved out of the room. I need a reflex from you, Cain, because it's kind of harsh. You manage somehow to stay on your feet.
Spider ninja.
Anju shoves you out. Scout, I'd really like to know what Scout and Ivan are doing right now.
Scout's like on the, if there's like a bar at the top of the ceiling part.
Like, yes.
Yeah, like Scout's been holding on to that, and then when Sera like shoved her sword in there, the Scout was like flapping their wings, and then just kind of like watching from above.
Sure.
I at the moment of the slam down of the sword, probably just like froze and waited for orders, because absolutely I'm going to listen to anything that does that. But then once the focus was not on me, I would slowly try to get into a corner again and try to hide what I have. Maybe I'd start like trying to fit the dagger into my jowls a little bit. Like, you want what I have. I need to figure out a solution to this.
I mean, I actually need to help you hide that. So we should make that happen, because we do not want him to find that fucking thing, and I can make it way harder for him.
You see the destruction of the walls, Sera, and as it passes through that door and cuts into the frame again, severing it, you pass through probably 2 or 3 more planks before it stops. And you're asking yourself, as it comes to a halt in the wall, what the hell am I doing?
Sera?
Sera just closes her eyes. Can we all just relax for a moment?
Anju's gonna like walk up and like gently put a paw on your shoulder and just be like, I love you, but you're really harshing the vibe a bit, if I'm being honest. Like, are you good?
Yes. I'm good.
Okay. Does that
Third
thing
luck.
hurt you when you hit stuff with it?
3rd luck reroll just unlocked. Thank you so much, Void Soldier.
Hey, thank you. It hurts a little bit. Yes.
Can I see your hand? Because that's what I saw, right? I saw it.
You saw her flinch and try to disguise it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily my hand. It's just a pain that I feel.
Just normal cursed stuff, huh? It's probably fine.
Something I'm going to have to learn to live with.
You need to be careful. And also, please don't kill any of us.
I'm sorry.
He has a big mouth. I get it.
I just wanted us
It's
all.
normal size. My chin is pointed.
Yeah, but it's way louder. It's way louder than
I just
anyone
wanted
else's.
a momentary cooperation among the group.
Right, you're right. Sorry.
That's
Not
a
my
great
fault.
idea. I wish to speak to Sarah privately about our altercation.
All right. Fine. Well, what about Ivan, who is scrounging up all the things from the bag right now?
I say we drop him down that hole that you just made and let him steal from all of the other crew members. See what he brings back.
Immediately, I'm just like, actually, not the worst idea you've ever had. Ivan, let me help you hide that. Like, can I talk to Ivan and just like, that thing is, we need to make sure that old boy does not find that dagger. I mean, he's gonna notice that it's gone, and we're gonna need this. Like, I can hide shit under the floorboards and all kinds of stuff.
We just put it back in the bag.
That too, yeah. That makes way more sense, honestly. Yeah. I just like hiding shit. I'm sorry. It's my predilection.
What happens to the dagger if he changes back to a human with it in his mouth?
It probably stabs through his mouth. I don't know.
I immediately stopped trying to put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you didn't think about that one, Ivan. Now
I handed to Anju to put in the bag. I immediately just handed to Anju. I'm almost like scared of it now, but I want it. I still want it.
And it's like, it's like all wet. It's just like fucking Saint Bernard saliva. It's just fucking goddamn, dude.
All right.
Now I'll wipe it on my clothes and put it in.
I'm starting to learn that you guys are cool with me stealing things from other people, so I feel like I'm gonna have a little bit more self-control around you, but not a lot.
Now, what's the deal with this vial that you were asking that you had? What
When are we
is
gonna
this?
run out of suspicious shit, Cain? When's it gonna stop?
I have a question. Where is the vial currently?
I've got it.
Anju's got it.
In your hand.
Yeah.
Can I motion like this to like have it?
Yeah, I'll like threaten to give it to the raccoon to try to get you to tell me what it is.
I'll quaff it right now.
You know what?
Quaff it.
He's threatening to drink it.
Imbibe.
Wait, if you're holding it close to me, I'm going to take a grab at that.
I'm
going to attempt
Sure,
to swing
go
at
ahead.
that.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna
What would you like me to roll again?
Thievery.
It's gonna be sleight of hand. Yeah, it's gonna be sleight of hand
Okay.
from this.
And then it's a plus
Three.
what 3 we said to
Yeah,
that.
so it's gonna be an 18.
Can I roll my sleight of hand for moving it like this?
I mean, you know that he's like, you're suspicious, right? He's already been grabbing everything from you, or at least attempting to. He even flung his body off the bed attempting to grab it. So I think it's realistic that you could reflex to kind of keep this away. So give me a reflex save.
All right.
Yeah, it's close.
I would like
It's
to use a
close one.
desperation die.
By all means, you have
Yeah, Bub's not gonna say no.
you have an 18 to his 19, so you
That's a
beat
20.
him by 1.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Ivan,
Oh my.
Ivan, I want to know what you do with the vial.
I immediately open it and take a lick.
I'm just. You know what? I was gonna luck reroll. I want to see. Never mind. I want to see how this plays out. It's a bold move, Cotton.
It's mine. I want to know what it is. Everybody wants to know what it is, but it's mine in my head.
Anju
so
will
I
be
wanna
like,
know what it
"Oh
is."
fuck, yeah, just oh shit, he got the. Oh no."
Ivan, I need you to make a fortitude save.
Okay. It's pretty low.
It's pretty low. It's pretty low.
How much HP does this raccoon have? by
Not
the
a
way?
lot, buddy. Not
Yeah.
a lot.
Kind of like this one.
Yeah, raccoon's cool.
Ivan. You do you like like, is it just like a lick right off the top, or do you
Yeah. I'm not like drinking it. I'm curious. It's curiosity, not desire for everything, you know?
Sure.
Or do you just like stick your tongue in the vial?
Yep.
A little anteater moment.
Yeah. It's right at the top.
Just right at the top. Okay.
I wouldn't eat.
I would. You said you would eat it. What's
Ah,
it?
I'm
You
Don't
lying.
put
could
it.
drink it all.
Drop it. Drop it.
I was
Don't put it in your
lying.
Don't put it in your mouth. Oh fuck. Drop it. Drop it.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. What do we have? Love that. I love that. All right.
What did you just lick?
Oh no.
That should be the.
I think it's poisonous in some nature. It's like probably what he
is.
dips his dagger in
Dagger
before he
in,
stabs
yeah.
somebody.
The moment
So
the
like
moment
a little dip is enough to kill you.
the moment that you take a lick from this, it immediately you fail your fortitude save. It takes this moment for your tongue. You feel this moisture begin to palpate in the back of your mouth. You feel your jowls begin to fill with water, and then you start projectile vomiting. It is erupting from you. Everything that you have consumed in the last 24 to 48 hours, anything that remains, bile included, is
Just
projectile
an entire body of the
vomited.
the guy that I ate.
Oh no.
Cain vomited earlier. This room
well,
stinks.
Yeah.
You
Can you aim for the hole in the floor,
I need you to roll a d6.
please? Just get it into the hole.
Oh no, dude. That is so
Anju just
not
picks you
good.
up, points you at the hole.
Okay, what am
Yeah,
I
just like
rolling
a-
for? What was that roll
like a-
for?
You are
Fire
taking
hydrant from Tears of the Kingdom.
this is called, oh man, exterior. It's Count Amber's punishment.
That's really specific.
Courtesy
Poison named
of the
punishment.
expulsion of this you feel You feel this, that your eyes begin to like almost like radiate with heat. Anyone that's looking can see like the blood vessels begin to burst in the eye. His tongue seems to almost elongate as he's still projectile vomiting. You can visibly see his body start to kind of wither to a degree before he starts to fall, and you begin to black out. You will suffer 3 dex drain.
Dex strain?
Dexterity.
How much health have I lost?
Holy.
You're not going to lose health.
Wow.
Dexterity. If you go to
I'm
Losing
already
0,
looking
you
on the bright side.
die.
skill, any like ability is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you
Because
go
I think
to
if you go
0,
down
you're-
to a certain number, you like
or you
yeah,
come in
it's not
like
good.
yeah, you can't do shit.
As you start to kind of push your body up and you're trying to like recover, you feel your body begin to heave, and these repetitive dry heaves over and over again as your throat begins to crack, and as you start to spit, it's bits of blood. Everybody
That's poison.
is now
No
watching
shit.
that Ivan is starting to basically force blood from his open maw. It's not like a hydrant. It's just like spittle.
Do we have any sun orbs left?
I think so. Right?
We don't.
And you should make another fortitude save.
Sure.
Negative.
That one's a little
Both
bit
of you
better.
should heal him quickly.
You resist.
Someone go find the assassin.
Will he be able to
He
help?
might have an antidote. Quickly, Anju.
Scout will try to cure wounds.
Honestly, yeah, like it's not a terrible
And-
idea.
I mean,
Shove
he
a
just
good
said that
berry
I'm resisting
into
the
their
poison,
mouth.
so it's like seem to be coming to. Do I?
Yeah, I'm gonna hesitate on going to talk to the guy whose dagger we just stole.
Roll
Like, he might
2d4
be
scout.
riding it out. Just walk it off.
Oh, I mean, I guess you're just making a good berry, right? Or do you make
I'm
2d4?
shoving a
so
good berry into his
it's,
mouth.
It's 6. Yeah, 6.
I had discussed with you that I always make all the berries
Yep.
every morning.
The moment that you sort of you push this berry into his maw, and you see the blood sort of like pooling around it, do you kind of push it down his throat?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
I make him chew it.
You kind of force his maw closed. Ivan, your body is trying to vomit. You're trying to create this expulsionary fluid, but you feel pretty empty. But as you're doing this, you're holding on. Scout, in what's your form? Are you still in like hawk form?
Yeah, I'm hawk form.
A small berry gets pushed into your mouth, and
mama bird
she
it.
forces
Yeah,
your jaws.
mama bird it.
Oh gosh.
And you see juice sort of burst from the mouth. It's a mixture of blood and juice alike. Ivan, you're struggling to breathe. It is immensely difficult to breathe, especially with this happening now. Every time that you take a waft of air, it hits and it roils on your tummy, and it just forces you to continue vomiting. Eating this berry is not going to have any effect. You did heal him for 6, and it has almost no effect on his person.
I do not believe healing is going to assist him.
Okay, I think we might need an antidote.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not working. He
It's
still
fine. I'll
looks-
just sit here on the bed and watch our friend die on the ground. It's fine.
No. Anju, can you please? You're fast.
Oh, fine. I know I'm fast. And I'll I'll walk out the door and just start sprinting, just muttering about how Cain doesn't have to take.
Scout is
credit.
going to
Not a
examine
good
how
time to just
fast Anju
take
is
credit for
because
stuff.
Scout believes they are faster.
That's a
Okay.
good plan.
You both
Okay.
go. So he
I'm-
gets there first.
We can. I mean,
I'm
we should roll
slow.
sprints.
You both bolt.
No, Scout's just watching you.
He
You were the
makes
one
it.
who got.
He makes it out very quickly. Scout, you are certain that you could make it out faster, but that's neither here nor there. Anju, you are out. I want to know where you'd like to go.
I mean, I'm going to where I saw him jump underneath the deck.
Sure.
Where I last saw him.
You open the floor,
I'll do the same
like the
dramatic
swing,
flare.
and when
that
you
he
glance down, you don't see him.
Damn it.
God damn it.
I mean, I'm just gonna start frantically like running. I'm just gonna check every corner of the ship and just look for, you know, somebody that I would recognize as him.
Okay.
I don't know if that's possible.
You go to it's going to take you some time to do it. Not very long, but you're quickly moving through each of these individuals as you're watching. You're looking for any telltale sign of Cohen. Anything, maybe his clothing, anything that's going to give him away.
Blue and gold lips, maybe.
None of them.
So I just can't find him above deck at all. And he's
you
not
look below
under
deck
at all.
and you can't find him.
Damn.
He's just gone. To my knowledge, there's nowhere else I can look.
Where else would you like to look?
I don't know what's available. I'm very bad at imagining the spaces you put me in. And that's my fault, not yours.
There is the upper area where the captain stages himself, and he has been guiding the fallen vessel. You've seen Charon, but none the wiser. Outside of that, it's off the ship.
Well, I mean, we're still in the sky, so it's not. I don't.
Maybe the captain has something?
Ivan,
Yeah.
I need a fortitude save.
Yeah.
Shit.
Your vision begins to fade.
Ivan?
You wince. You can hear him attempting to breathe, and despite the fact that the good berry is mashed and it's all but on the floor, he's gasping for air.
Can I give him like the Heimlich?
Give me a heal check.
Do
Right.
the captain and Charon know about this shapeshifter dude?
No.
Like, they wouldn't be able to pick him out of lineup?
No.
20.
They know that he's an assassin, but
Dirty
they
20.
don't know shit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Scout, you are as close as one can give the Heimlich maneuver in a medieval fantasy game. You're running it. You're giving it everything that you've got. And he is taking on some air, right? He is taking on air. But it seems to have very limited effect. It's very strange, too, as you don't have lungs to push air into him. You're just kind of doing the compressions over the chest. So is anyone offering that to him?
You mean like
Oh, you're thinking CPR.
Yeah.
I was
Like-
doing like the Heimlich.
You
I was
just-
trying to make
like-
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're
the-
just doing the rear compressions, trying to.
yeah,
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
him to
It's having a limited effect. Nothing. Nothing's even occurring.
Okay.
so, I mean, I will try to assist and do the other option, maybe give him air.
Okay, sure. You hear him rasping for breath. He's this. Do you close the mouth, breathe on the nose? What does this look like?
Just a whole snoot.
Yeah, describe
I'm
giving
like-
rescue breaths to a raccoon.
I'm like, he's a raccoon.
I feel like closed mouth is the best option you've got.
This is. Oh my god.
Get in there, Sarah.
Oh yeah, and
If it
he's like
makes you feel
projectile
any better-
vomiting into your mouth.
It'll come out of its ears.
Cain, maybe you should.
I will not.
You're gonna. I think technically you're gonna have to plug his ears.
All right, look. I'm trying to save him.
This is a healer's job.
I'm not a healer anymore.
Well,
I will attempt.
That will help in whatever way.
this is
can I run
kind
up-
of your fault for distracting us. I was going to identify the liquid.
Ivan, I need a fortitude save.
Gotcha.
Can I run up to the captain and Karen and
Yeah,
start asking
dude.
Sure.
them if they've seen anything?
Yeah. Yeah. When you find the captain, you find him above deck. He's still standing just in front of the helm itself. This almost guidance system, something you're not super familiar with, but you know it's working somehow. You're going to your destination. He sees you. Doesn't say anything to you, but he sees you.
Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen the elf guy around here anywhere? Have you seen anybody you didn't recognize? It's urgent. Please.
Now,
Someone, you got a better descriptor than someone we don't know?
It would be someone you don't recognize or the elven guy. That's it.
I don't think I've seen anyone.
Okay. Does the ship have any secret chambers I don't know about?
Secret chambers? Captain, we got secret chambers.
So helpful.
No, we don't have secret chambers, but
Says every smuggler.
well, if I see someone fitting the description of someone that I don't know aboard my own vessel, then I'll holler for you, Anju.
Can I sense motive on the secret chambers?
Sure, of course.
As a thief, I feel like I would be suspicious. I haven't done a luck reroll yet, so I'll try one here.
Go for it.
That's exactly the same.
Dice tell a story. Charon certainly has no idea. But the captain, you can't tell if he's lying or not. Like, he seems very genuine, but it's really hard to read a robot.
Yeah.
No telltales there.
And I'll just sarcastically say, yeah, and I've never stolen anything in my life. Like, this is serious. If you haven't seen him, like, show me where he could be.
I'm hard pressed to.
He's on a fucking ship.
Well, we haven't
He
seen
didn't
anybody.
jump. I feel like I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything else here. So I think I'm probably going to just.
Okay.
I don't know. I might just go back to the room and be like, I can't fucking find him. What do we do?
You rush back to the room. Sarah, you said you wanted to go through with this?
Yeah. We gotta try to help him.
Sarah, you lean down and you close up the mouth and you kind of start blowing air into the nose, and you get this sound, this puffering noise out of the side of the lips, as you can hear the jowls just sort of like pucker up from the air that's coming either down the nose or back up from his lungs. And Ivan, your vision falls flatly. You can't muster any air. Your tongue and throat alike are dry. You feel the heat of another person's breath run down the length of your esophagus, and you feel like there's something there for a moment. And Sera, you feel his snout begin to shift and change. Where you were holding onto the snout of Ivan, the raccoon, now lies an unconscious and cold Ivan Freely.
What?
And that's where we end tonight's session.
Holy fuck, Bob.
No, Ivan.
Maybe you're cured.
A cold, lifeless Ivan.
The Ivan I know is a fighter.
You know what
Okay.
would fix him? Some demon blood.
Oh man,
Worth a try. I mean,
we gotta come up with something.
that's a crazy idea. Maybe just need some water. It's fine. King of the cliffhanger over here. Jesus Christ, Bub.
Yeah, right.
Fuck around and find out, man. This is how these things work, and well, we'll find out next week just what's happened to Ivan Freely. So let's do our round outs here. Our shout outs to give everybody their send-offs. We're going to start in the upper right this time. Scout, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
That's a first. Hey, everybody. I'm MargaretKrohn. You can find me at MargaretKrohn in all of the places. I do things on the internets. I'll let you know when I'm doing them if you follow me. I also make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And we're doing a development update on the 30th. If you want to come check that out, we always share our progress, which is really exciting.
Perfect. Mr. Anju, BenBriggs. When you're not running around a vessel looking for the one guy that you really don't want to talk to anyway, what are you doing?
You can find me on Twitch at benbriggslive. I am just kind of I was going to say chill variety streamer, but yeah. Let's just say we have a very strong compressor on the microphone because I maybe yell sometimes. That's all. But I also am a musician by trade, so you can find me online by just typing BenBriggs into your favorite search bar. And I guess if I had an actual plug, I've actually started making content on my singer-songwriter project. It's called Down Bad Dad, and you can find it anywhere that terrible short-form sludge is found. But I'm really proud of what I've done already, so I'm looking forward to doing more content on the internet. Yeah, BenBriggs, Google me. That's it. Sub to Bub.
Thanks,
Just happy
man.
to be here.
Do the thing. Go find my man. Ivan Freely, our sad and lost soul. Tell us about you. What do you do? Where can we find you, bud?
When I'm not dying, twitch.tv/FrostPrime. Live Monday through Friday, stream at least 5 hours. Try to at least. Yeah, you can come find me there on the YouTube at the same name.
Yeah, it's accurate. Cain, Frost is dying. Oh my god, I'm actually kind of shook, dude. It's so fucked up. Cain, Cobalt, what are you doing? Where can we find you? How are you feeling, bud?
What's up? I'm CobaltStreak. We do hot tub streams over on my channel. We also do live Japanese tours, IRL streams, and we love Cheetos. So swing on by, come and hang out, and help me plot on how to. Well, I guess I don't even need to plot on how to kill my own party. They're killing themselves. So, you know. But
Scout, this is sarcasm.
I do not understand.
That tracks. That tracks.
Miss Sera, our rage queen, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hello, everybody. Yes, I am Miss MatchTech, also known as MagiRPG. You can find me there at twitch.tv/MagiRPG. Do tabletop stuff there in my free time. I also, if I'm not on Twitch, the other social media, I'm really only on TikTok. Like all the other social platforms just aren't fun anymore. So I like to make content on TikTok and do like cosplay stuff. And I'm enjoying it before it, inevitably gets banned or whatever, if that's actually happening. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
And that leaves me, guys. I'm trying to not let my players die. But when
Bub, or we all die.
When you go licking toxins, that is 100% not Ivan's fault. He's a raccoon, and you know what? Kudos to him for really following through with the absolute chaos that is the raccoon.
The deep RP.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fun.
Nah, don't be. It was.
Look, he got a little makeout session before he died. So
Listen, I rolled and I re-rolled, so I helped.
Yeah.
I should have used my other re-roll.
Man. But you guys come through. We've got gaming all week. I've got alien stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna finish Pacific Drive this week. Friday's a 12-hour patron stream where I am under the gun of patrons dictating what and how I spend my day with them. So come through. Consider supporting on patreon.com/BubTalks, and I'll let you guys later. Thanks for everything. Take care. Peace, guys.
Bye.